Hello, hello, hello.
Ooh, welcome
Howdy.
back,
Hello.
people of July. Hello, July people. How are you? Just the July folks. Everyone else, suck it. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
That's the
going
energy
full
we're bringing
Degeneration
tonight.
X, huh?
Yeah, exactly. How y'all doing? Good to see you all. Good to see you
Good,
all.
good.
Good.
Good,
Back.
everything.
We're back. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
hmm
Has anyone else put 1,500 miles on their car in the last month? I'm just curious. Yeah,
Who knows?
Um,
maybe.
let's see.
Probably in bits and bobs,
Well,
honestly.
with the moving, I've probably actually put a lot.
True.
Having to drive, 20 minutes to pick my stuff up and back about 100 times.
Oh, sure, that'll do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
that,
don't know. I'm
yeah,
probably like at 500, 600 miles
there
just
you
from
go.
gigging and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
that'll do it. That'll do it. Does it? Yeah. Does it? You guys are doing your day-to-day, like actual, like legitimate trip work kinds of things, and I am over here like doing my summer vacation drive. So it's just like 8 hours of forgetting what the landscape is that I've gone past in a day. But yeah, has anybody um, have a favorite memory of a summer road trip of being in a car, being out there for a while, just hitting the road and seeing where it takes you?
Um, it wasn't so much a seeing where it'll take you. I've mentioned on our other podcast before when I was a teenager, going into the 10th grade, we moved to California for a year. I lived outside Los Angeles for
Yep.
about a year. After my grandfather passed away, that was kind of my grandma and dad's way to just like deal with it. It's like, let's go. It sounds more random than it is. My uncle had lived there for 15 years after he got out of the Navy.
Sure.
But when we were moving, my sister and my grandma, they flew out there, but me and my dad, we had to load up all the furniture and stuff on a trailer and drive from Hattiesburg, Mississippi to Los Angeles, California.
Ooh,
And
that's a
that
drive.
was quite the drive. And I cannot express to you the relief and then immediate disappointment of when I finally got to the other side of Texas. After all that Texas getting to the border, and it's like, welcome to New Mexico. And I was like, yes, we're finally out of just like West Texas is just such a long stretch of like desert.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then the dawning recognition over the next 5 minutes of like, oh, this is just a whole other state of more West Texas, you know?
It just keeps going.
Yeah, Texas
Keeps
does
going.
not stop. We did a lot of driving as kids, just because most of my extended family is from upstate New York, and we've lived in various southern states when we were kids. But one of my favorite long distance journeys was when my old band Chance Fisher drove out to Colorado for a 2 week run of shows out there, and that was super fun. You can imagine the type of hijinks that we might have gotten into on that trip. But
Got a
yes,
hunch?
I must concur.
What happens
with
in
you.
Colorado stays in Colorado.
Yeah, like we went there, and I had like back in the day, I had this really shaggy head of hair. I mean, like my bangs were like all the way down, swooping in front of my eyes and stuff. And we went out to Colorado and shaved my head into like a little faux hawk.
Do you have pictures of this?
I hope.
Yes, I do. I
Okay,
do.
we are gonna need to
Can,
see
can
that.
we
I don't
see
think
them?
I've
Yeah.
even seen those.
Yeah. There's like actual pictures of the shaving process happening. But that was fun. But yes, I got to concur with Heath that Texas is just never ending. Just never
No.
ending.
Yeah. Just goes forever. So, listeners, if you're not subscribed to the Patreon, I'm pretty sure that's where Adam will put the pictures. So, Adam, Patreon bonus
it.
content.
Yeah.
Faux
I see you
hawk.
trying to
Adam,
get
faux
you
hawk.
like 2% there. That's good.
Hey,
That's
you know,
good stuff.
commission, man, commission. Yeah.
Oh, sorry to tack on at the end after I already told my story, but The other thing that made the drive from Hattiesburg to Los Angeles really memorable was that we made it almost there. We got to Barstow, and our truck had an issue. We had to take it to the shop.
Yeah.
And so we had to check into a hotel just for the night while they fixed the truck. And my first day in California, they had a mild earthquake. Now, there was no damage or anything, but being, a teenager and having lived in Mississippi my whole life and never having dealt with the ground shaking from anything other than a tornado, it was pretty memorable.
Nice.
That's wild.
Great memory. Yeah. Hannah, Irene, any big summer trips that are imprinted on you?
I have, it imprinted on me. I don't know if I would call this a good trip or not. I don't have bad memories, but my sister was in some kind of, I think it was maybe a National History Day competition. We were traveling across a few states for something. And on the way back, we swung through Tennessee and picked up somewhere between 20 to 30 beehives. And put them inside of our vehicle, like inside of the Suburban.
Why?
Not a separate.
This sounds like a bad idea.
Not a separate thing. No wall between. Just like about 20 or 30 boxes of beehives.
Why?
What?
You smoke them and they get docile, right?
Sure.
But we had to drive from somewhere in Tennessee all the way to South Mississippi, which is like 8+ hours. And somewhere along the way, the bees get a little less docile.
Yeah, imagine.
And my sister and I had our car blankets just covering ourselves, and
my gosh.
parents cracked the windows, and
that sounds terrifying.
my whole family has ADHD, and there's a theme of impulsive decisions across my lifespan from everyone. Anyway,
are you guys beekeepers?
We had honeybees for quite a few years, and I got to help harvest honey, make lip balm and candles and stuff with the wax. But that is a road trip that I shan't forget and will not relive.
Yeah, that sounds insane.
It was. Who would do that?
Not me.
Neither would I if I had the choice.
It's a whole different smoke 'em if you got 'em road trip story.
And if I had a little smoker to just zhuzh back there, maybe it would have been a different situation. But,
Just needed to hotbox the family vehicle.
For real though, it would have been a much chiller trip for everyone.
Yeah.
Sure.
How you get the bees to calm down.
Can you imagine getting pulled over? Actually, no. There's I'll send you that news story later sometime, Hannah. Anyway, yeah.
That cop is gonna be in for such a surprise when you roll that window down. Unleash the bees!
Yeah.
Oh,
Fly, my sidekicks.
Yeah. Irene, how about you? Yeah.
Well, my family didn't have a car when I was little, but in my country is like a tiny country, so it's not like we can drive for days here.
Sure.
But I remember one time that my dad is a little weird, crazy guy, to be honest, and his friends are a little crazy as well. So.
Same.
Awesome.
He has this friend who had a lot of dogs and stuff, and he sometimes came to the house like, hello, and he was very loud. And one day he was like, hey, let's go to the border with Panama, and he was like, okay, and he just took us all there without preparation, and we just left. It was weird and it was crazy, but it was a lot of fun. We had to sleep in the car and next to a river, and it was weird. It was a weird trip, but we made it to the border with Panama.
There you go.
There you go.
We were the river, and we crossed the border, and we bought some toys. And
How old were you?
maybe 10 years old. So my brother would be 8, and my sister would be 6. And we went with the dogs and everything. It was, I don't know. It was weird. It was weird. That guy was really crazy. And this is Latin America, so stuff like that tend to happen.
Sure. Yeah.
So are you the? Sorry, I know this is unrelated, but you're the oldest of your siblings.
Yeah.
Okay, I too am the oldest. I got two sisters.
Nice. Well, good deal. I was the middle kid, and as the middle kid, I got usually the worst seat in the van on the summer trip. But I do remember going to Colorado once and getting to see dinosaur bones still in the rocks from some excavation site that they were doing, and that was a pretty awesome trip. I remember getting to.
You don't really
Hello, I'm
have
back.
you don't really have middle child energy though, Jason. I would have
I
never
don't.
guessed. I would have never guessed that.
Yeah. Well,
I need to know what middle child energy is.
Ooh,
I mean, that can manifest as being a people pleaser, and I do get a little bit of that from Jason.
absolutely. Yes.
Holds his finger up as an
Does
agreement.
everyone have everything they need for their characters? Does anyone need free
has-
loot?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, or also like I've compiled every single Paizo podcast in the entire world for all of you.
Am I getting paid? No, I'm not. Have I just?
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
There it is.
Yeah.
There's the middle child bitterness, passive aggressive
A
bitterness.
little bit sneaking out.
There it is.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Oh man. Well, good deal. Joining us as always on the ones and twos, Tristan. How you doing, buddy? Over there, down in the swampy
Florida man.
Florida man.
What's
Our
your
very own.
crazy road trip?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
It's definitely swampy down here.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we never really took that many big road trips. Our biggest ones were usually always going to visit the grandparents. Like my grandfather lived in both Mississippi and Arkansas at one point, so it was just always a trip there. And I remember going to Hot Springs, Arkansas in the middle of summer when it was like 110 degrees, and big surprise, our car broke down because it overheated.
Ugh. Oh no.
Gosh. Woof.
That was the most miserable I have ever been.
Well,
And then I moved to Florida.
And then you found out.
I think that's trauma. Okay.
Yeah. Can I replicate this for the rest of my life?
Can I live
Just
in
in
this
case.
moment forever? Welcome to Florida.
We need to get you some DBT therapy.
Amazing.
Get through it.
Amazing.
You need to get in Hannah's car with the bees.
There you go.
Get
Right.
smoked out.
We can
Yeah.
level it up. It was also
What could go wrong?
summertime. It was hot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, good stuff. Well, speaking of people on a trip, we've got 4 characters that have been on a trip themselves, down an elevator, through the ghost levels, out of the ghost levels, meeting a Yosoki who's got a job for them, dealing with the ooze that have suddenly emerged from that Yosoki's scrapyard, right? Nick Knack, the local that Jules Akama sent you to, has a job for all of you to help him creatively redistribute some resources from a local branch of the Abadar Corp Bank. Afterwards, the party got to sleep for the night in the gymnasium of the community center, woken up by kids the next mornings, and spent the morning treating wounds or teaching kids or talking up the locals, doing Meals on Wheels, or having a strategy game against this feisty old Vesk that likes to shoot his laser pistol at the sun. Not the real sun, the artificial sun that floats over Little Akaton, where you
I
find
love
yourself.
that
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, he's great. He's great. But you've been busy all morning, and you've been running on like coffee and Nutrigrain bars, basically. And Joya, who's in charge of the community center, has recommended that you visit Manny's Bodega nearby. Recommended to all of you as a place with some amazing steamed dumplings. We're going to do a lot of exploration of the area in this session, most likely. So how are you all doing that in second edition? This is called Picking an Exploration Activity. If you need a reminder of what some of those options are, I can help you out. But is anybody like scouting for danger in this town setting that you're in, or are you just looking around or casting a spell over and over, or keeping a shield up or something like that? How's everybody doing and thinking as they walk about?
Oh man. I'm trying to think what Zako would be wanting to do at this point, you know? I suppose he would want to scout the bank while he has some time.
Sure. Okay.
You know,
Okay.
just to get a beat on what it looks like, you know, what some of the patterns are around it. He's probably very nervous about that. So I imagine
Sure.
that is kind of where his head's at.
That's on his list of things he wants to do here while he's got a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
mean, I don't know if that answers the question that you wanted
Sure.
answered.
Yeah.
but...
Yeah. I was thinking more Starfinder 2E, the game mechanics of exploration activities, but I hear
Well,
you.
isn't that one?
So Scout is like you're kind of like wandering ahead of the group to keep an eye out for enemies, and you give everybody a bonus to their initiative roll. So if you want to do that, by all means, feel
No,
free.
is there one that's more aligned with what I'm talking about here?
Investigate.
Yeah.
Investigate, perhaps.
Yeah, let's
Yep.
do that.
Investigate. Okay. All right. So you're looking around, you're keeping an ear out maybe for what locals might say or any other clues you can pick up about this bank, even when you're not in its immediate vicinity. I like that. Okay. I like that. Yeah. Adrian, yeah.
Oh,
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No, I was just going to call on the list, but if you're ready to go, Heath, go ahead.
Well, I was curious whether it would be an option. I know it's an activity you can do in Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Mm-hmm.
Could I be using performance to try to rustle up a few extra bucks on the
okay.
side? You know, like maybe doing a little performance here and there for the locals.
What kind of
Yeah.
performance does Beaumont do?
Yeah.
He has like well, I feel like I don't think I bought an instrument, but I feel like he, like me, is a bit of a table drummer, you know, like he can find any kind of little like buckets or pots and pans and put on like street performer drum session type things.
Okay.
He's a bit of a busker.
Yeah.
I dig that.
In his, you know, off days kind of thing.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. I dig it. Yeah, I think I could see that as maybe where you get a chance to, when you get a chance to set up for a minute, you're doing your thing. And if there's enough people around, maybe they drop a minimally loaded cred stick your way. I know the earn income stuff at second level is pretty low. It's not great.
Any money is more than no money.
That's true.
Amen.
All right.
Jason, also I'll let you kind of decide if and when this happens, but it's during this downtime, I do owe Karna an explanation, you know, because there was like there was a question that she asked that Zako put a pin in, you know.
Sure.
And so like if there is an appropriate time for that,
Totally.
then he would also try to make space for that as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. We're gonna have a moment for that here. Not too much further down the way, I think would be fun. Yeah. Where the characters would find themselves with a minute, I think. Absolutely. Okay.
Question. I
Yes,
think I'm a
Amy.
little confused.
Sure. Yeah.
We're going to the bodega, or are we not at the moment?
That was the direction y'all had been sent, and Jason the GM kind of hopes you'll go there because that's what he planned. But if you don't, you know, he's gonna be okay. Yeah.
I thought like the exploration activities were like things we were doing when we were walking towards the bodega, or I understood incorrectly.
Yeah, no, you're hearing correctly. Yeah. I think Adam and Heath are giving me some creative interpretations of those exploration activities, and that's totally fine. It's totally fine. I'm good to roll with it. So what would Lucy be doing?
I will probably scout. If we're going to the bodega, I will try to do that. So because I don't really have that many skills that are useful in exploration mode, and I think that's the one thing I can do. It's more useful at the moment.
Totally. Yeah. Hannah, how about Karna? Is she just keeping her head on a swivel?
I
Looking around
think
for
Karna
things?
would be investigating alongside her feline pal.
Yeah. Totally. What are you particularly looking for clues about? Also for the bank or for something else that you're thinking of?
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, that's kind of what's on her mind since that's the most recent mission that they
Totally.
have pivoted towards. So she's
Yeah.
hungry, so she's ready to get to the bodega. But on the way, she's kind of just processing like, this isn't something that I've ever done. I don't know if any of these guys have done something similar or not. So how are we going to make this happen? What,
Mm,
what around us is going to kind of help us learn anything?
totally. Absolutely. Yeah. No, that sounds great. That sounds great. All right. I will definitely make sure that we incorporate those things in here as you go. The good news is, between the community center and the bodega, it's a fairly calm stroll over. If you remember from entering this neighborhood here, you would know that all of the buildings here are basically like old shipping containers that have been repurposed into homes, businesses. And with the emergency that's going on right now here in Absalom Station, right? Like there was the big power flicker, there was the vision of some monstrosity that a lot of people appear to have seen. Folks are still mostly keeping to their dwellings, or if they have to still go to work, they're just going to their work, doing their work, and then going home really quick. So there's not a ton of foot traffic, but there's a few things here and there for folks who are being extra, mostly being extra cautious about that. And as you go forward, you see wedged into a space on a street corner, there is a hard light curtain that shimmers in a crumbling stone archway. And over the top, the name Manny, Manee apostrophe S, so it's Manny's, is printed there. And obviously, when everything else is shipping containers, to see stonework on a space station is a little odd, but there it is. Who's leading the way in to the bodega here?
Beaumont for sure.
Beaumont goes first. All right. It's probably a trippy thing to try and, I imagine, pushing aside a holographic curtain to walk through a doorway, but it's I love this idea. Thank you, Starfinder. Inside, you see that the room has the atmosphere and architecture of a sun-baked desert temple, but it's crammed to the gills with disordered shelves, bins overflowing with brightly wrapped snack packages. There's colorful bottles all over the place, various sundry goods around. There's a glossy gray squawks that basks in the artificial sunlight that streams in from outside, that smiling sun that's got the jingle for the diner in town. That squawks is kind of draped over the fruit display. I think this is what you all are seeing here when you're looking at the little desk, or not the desktop, the canvas for Foundry here. In the back of the room,
Look at the little guy.
yeah. He's kind of just, he's doing the bodega pet thing. He's just chilling. Not in a health department. No.
Never should be.
Love and delight. Yes, absolutely. So, there's a reinforced glass booth on the opposite side of this bodega that's facing you in the door. So, Beaumont, when you walk in, you can see it down there. There's a tiny room, and inside that tiny room, there is a towering Shobad that is working here in this bodega.
Oh,
They are dressed.
Okay.
They are dressed in flowing silk garments. They have glittering jewelry that they are wearing, and they busies themselves with some task. She somewhat absently welcomes you as you push the curtain. It jingles a little bit, and there's a soft-spoken voice. Welcome, welcome. What do you need? Before she mostly gets back to what she's doing. There's the delicious smell of fried dumplings that lingers here in the recycled air. This is who we are seeing
Wow.
in this
Oh.
working in this bodega.
Luxurious.
Would anyone care to describe this for our audio listeners here?
So, I mean, if you don't know, Shobods are a species of Goros from Mortal Kombat, basically, except for their head. They have 4 arms, and they're native to Akaton, correct?
Mm-hmm.
They are humongous. They're mechanically large creatures.
They're like cousins to Kasatha, so they're just like really large, burly versions of Kasathas, but like a lot bigger than your typical Kasatha.
Yeah.
And
Squatter head.
usually don't they have like horn or blade of some kind?
They have
coming out
lower
of their-
lip tusk, yeah,
Yeah.
which this one does too. You know, but they're like looks like they've been painted purple. Yeah, this is by far the most fabulous showbot I've ever seen
I was
in
gonna
all of my
say,
time playing
If
Starfinder.
Keith does not describe the body position and the outfit, then he's not actually describing.
Well, I mean, I was starting with the basics of just what the species is. But this particular showbot, yes, is wearing a very luxurious, very purple outfit, sort of a crop top with a skirt with slits over each thigh, a long flowing cape, a lot of like wristbands and armbands and jewelry. But the top set of arms has the hands behind the head lifted up as though like stretching out or just showing off, and then the bottom set of hands, one is on the hip and the other one has the hand held out like you owe them money.
Oh man, good description.
Amazing. Yeah.
I'm getting like
Yeah,
drag
yeah.
queen
So
vibes
this-
in the best way.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Anybody want to approach and ask for anything?
We're all just like stunned for a
Mommy,
moment, you
sorry.
know?
Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry.
It's Manny. Sorry.
Sorry. Mommy.
Oh, is this Manny?
Manny. This is Yes. I'm Manny.
Oh.
Oh.
Hello. You must be.
Well-
How are you?
Wait,
you new
so
to
Manny
town?
walks up to us. Sorry.
No, she's still in the booth in the back. She's kind of doing bookwork or something back there, keeping track of things, but also cooking at the same time. This is where the dumplings are smell is coming from. It's back there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I tell her like, I like your dress. Very colorful.
Well, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that. Aren't you what a troop you are here coming in all together. Must be new to the neighborhood. Tell me your names.
I'm Lucy.
Lucy,
Karna.
hello.
Nice to
Karna,
meet you.
and you as well. Thank you. What about
I'm Beaumont.
Beaumont? Charmed. Yes.
Saka.
Sako, hello. Welcome. Boy, you're a little better equipped than my usual customer. They don't tend to come in sporting that or that or that. And she points to like, big old Dashko, big old machine gun, big old roto laser, big old.
Oh, this. We were sent here by. What was her name?
What was that?
I didn't.
You can edit this out. I'd appreciate it.
Oh, we
no.
having some lag situation.
Yeah.
There we are. Sorry. I bumped the old computer with my elbow in a way.
How dare you?
Oh
That
no.
was it. Yeah,
No,
that was
don't
it.
touch it.
You actually
Yeah, I know.
fixed your video lag, though.
Oh, did it? Did that take
Yeah,
care of it?
actually, you fixed everything.
That was all I needed. Just percussive
Old
maintenance
technology, just
of the gentlest format. Yeah.
little elbow tap here.
All right.
No editing
Well,
this
thanks,
out. We're live, baby.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. So you're coming in all kitted up here, and she says, "Oh, okay, all right. Are you here to buy something? Need a snack? A bag of chips? I've got some
Yeah.
great ones from Eox. You've never tasted anything like these. I promise."
Oh no.
Those dumplings smell divine.
They do
Yes.
smell delicious.
Yeah, they told us
Son,
the dumplings
yeah,
were really
What's going
good.
on here? Oh no.
Where do they rate on the radiation scale?
You have a great bedside manner, Zako.
Well, they were just offering, you
There it
know, Eoxian chips. That's got to be highly radiated. I want to make sure that the dumplings, which do smell wonderful, are not also radiated.
At this point, I don't care if they're radiated. I want all of them.
Well, you wouldn't care, would you?
No, nothing's
No.
radiated in my store, I don't think. And but yeah, it wouldn't hurt to pass it over the Eoxian chips.
Well,
I
luckily I
suppose.
have this,
He's been
this
waiting.
detector right here. If you don't mind, I would just like to run a quick pass.
This is all an elaborate setup.
He's been waiting.
To use the tools you have been given. You run it over the store, and there's no clicking in here other than like the baseline.
It's safe,
Epsilon
everybody.
station.
Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah.
And he
You run
like
it over
twirls the little what are they called? Geiger counter. Like he just kind of
Oh,
twirls
sure.
it around his paw and then like sheaths it. Like
I'm just
Gunslinger style.
imagining-
Yeah.
Just imagining Beaumont like didn't notice him going over it and then turns around, half a bag of Eoxian chips in his mouth and just, huh?
yeah, and like Zako's just standing there with the Geiger counter like right in your face, like checking the chip that you're currently eating. You know, you're fine.
Nice.
Good to know.
Well, I'm glad that you are all interested in the dumplings. They are my great grandfather's recipe, so it's just a few credits per order. But they'll fill you right up. But I would give them to you, just give them to you. But because you look like a group that can really not only take care of yourselves, but maybe help a girl out with something she needs help with, perhaps.
Yes, we were led to believe that you might be in need of some assistance. You have to excuse us. We just also have sort of a side quest of sorts to try out as much of the food in Little Akaton as we can.
Oh, well.
Been
then,
a long day with little nutrition too.
Oh, sure. Well, these will fill you right up. I promise. Look, I'll get you one set for everyone now, and once again in a couple hours. But I need to. The thing is, I do need some help. My basement here is something of a mess, and I could use some help cleaning it up. Maybe just a little bit. What do you say? I'm busy up here with cooking, running the business, and I never have time to get down there and really take care of things. And I would really love some extra hands. And not to lie, Joya sent me a message and said some folks might be coming over, and it'd be a really good way to help her out too if you're helping me out.
We are at your service.
Are we?
Wonderful.
How many orders of dumplings each?
I'll give you an order of dumpling each to come help me with this. Yeah.
How many
is like-
orders each?
One order.
One box. Got it. No, just kidding. Yes, we would love to help you. Joy has been nothing but a delight.
Of course. Lucy, you had a question? Yes.
It's just cleaning the basement.
Well-
That's sounds boring.
Yes, I agree with you.
I don't like
Lucy.
that.
I'm sorry that it is not the most exciting task, but all things kind of have to get done. But there's always a chance it may not be so boring. I'm more worried about like supplying folks than having a perfectly organized storeroom. And the last week's shipment almost certainly had something living in it, so it may get very exciting for you very
So
quickly.
we make
I
you
don't know.
something there.
That is possible.
When you
This is the
say
Starfinder.
something living.
Yes.
This is the Starfinder equivalent of the Skyrim quest where you go and kill all the rats in the lady's dungeon or in her basement, you know?
Yeah.
Are we talking about rodents or what do you mean?
That's a great question. I'm not entirely sure, to be perfectly honest. Like I said, I haven't had a chance to really go down organizing it. And then all of this business here on the station started. So it's just been a nightmare to keep everything taken care of. But anyway,
I'm glad that you
Say that again.
added that little extra piece of information because I was going to suggest that we send some of our students that we've been teaching over here to clean as it builds character and all that.
The children. Oh.
the
You know, they're
children.
probably good rat catchers.
It
though.
would be a very educational experience for them, I'm sure. But why don't I send you in first to get it started, and then they can come in later. And you actually see a few of them run past a little bit, and then they stop. They run back through the curtain. They all go, me, Rasputin, me, and they pet the little squawks that's there sitting on the fruit.
Squawks' name is Rasputin.
Oh, yeah, it is. He's been here for quite a while, but he's been a good friend.
Yes,
Hello, children.
As Rasputin was known to be.
Yes.
Don't make me do a spit test.
Rasputin. I like the name. Sounds
Thank
fun.
you.
Rasputin.
That's probably what made him who he is.
I love
Well,
it. I love it.
I'm sure we can take care of your problem, and if there is any vermin or the like that needs to be dealt with, that'll only make the job more exciting for Zako here.
It will. Wonderful. So here you can have this, and she she has you come over to the little like passage slot under the glass, so she can where she takes credits and gives things back and forth. She slides you, it's like not a super greasy bag, but it's kind of a greasy bag full of the dumplings. Slides them on in, and then she also thunks down. It's got to weigh 2 pounds. This giant iron key. That's like big old skeleton style, like key to the city style kind of a key sort of
Sure
thing.
You're not trying to keep something in there?
Oh no. It's just this just the storage. So this is the key.
Okay.
We're not gonna find a cask of Amontillado situation down there.
No, I don't think so. But again, I haven't had the chance to go through that shipment yet. But you'll go down there. It's the door. It's not a door. It's an iron portcullis. So it'll be pretty easy to recognize.
What is going
What the
on
hell
here?
kind of basement do you have?
I don't even know what a portculus is.
Oh, it's
Me
the honey.
neither.
It's the grate that looks like this, and it's got the pokies on the bottom, and it rolls
Oh.
up.
It's like a
into the-
castle gate that
Medieval-
comes
Yeah.
up
We-
and down. Yeah,
Are we
It's
in
a-
the past?
It's a rodent covered in needles.
yeah. Like Zako starts like
It is
having some like this is weird. It's like to see all this like very ancient and medieval like technology or engineering and everything. It's like wait, is this happening again? What year is it?
It's 324. Absalom
Okay.
reckon?
Yes.
Sorry, excuse me.
He
After
just
the
like
gap.
I mean, he rubs that stone so hard.
You good, Zako?
Yes.
Yeah.
She
Well,
pats your shoulder. It's okay. It's probably just a couple rats and
Yeah, this must just be a very.
it can't
old-
be anything that big, I don't think. Nothing was too huge that's down there. Anyway, why stone? Why a portcullis? Trust me, darlings, I would love to know too, but it was like that when I got here. It seems strange to me too, but I kind of love it. It gives it its own unique character.
Yeah,
This
has
desert
a-
temple feel.
Certain anachronistic charm.
It does. And you know what I love is that everything is actually sized for me here. It's tough for a girl of, all this and all this. And yeah, what I can guess is that sometime during the gap, it was built this way here on this station, but who knows? That's been centuries now. So anyway, the stairs are just over there. You go down, you'll see it. Don't worry. But yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and don't worry about the chips, Beaumont. We'll be fine. Yes. Yeah. They're like not ghost pepper, but they're something like named like that from Eox. They're like Librian peppers or something.
Yeah, he's already smashed the whole bag.
Yeah. They're awesome. They're spicy.
And he's fine. Like
I
he
wonder
likes spicy food.
There you go.
what are they made of? Because I know
The dead.
the dead they don't eat, or they eat like meat, like.
Yeah.
They're made of the dead.
Yeah, it's
Flesh.
it's Elikoth hair tentacles.
Yikes!
Oh, wow.
Sliced.
No, this like,
fried.
I don't care if this is not radiated. You shouldn't be eating this. It's so bad for you. It'll give you the poops
Too
immediately.
late now.
You'll be very regular. You go down, and it's really weird. Again, you're on a space station, but there are stone steps that follow filtered light into a tomb-like hall of worked stone. And down there, three mismatched doors line the wall. One door is blocked by a stone slab. There are no obvious hinges or lock on it. Another is an auto door with an electronic keypad. And of course, you don't have the passcode for that. The third is an iron portcullis with the lock matching the heavy iron key from Manny. You just put it in, shunk,
Yeah.
it's got that full.
Puts this giant key and wedges it, you know.
It's just, really
Yeah, this is so
bonks into
weird.
place. Yeah.
Mhm.
And behind it, the portcullis, containers of every imaginable size and shape crowd this storage basement room that you're in here. And maybe perhaps slightly more oddly, that off to one side, there's a stone sarcophagus that leans
of
against a
course.
wall next to wooden chests crafted in an archaic style. There's metal
Nor.
storage crates that are stacked beside leather briefcases. There's cloth satchels hanging from hooks on the walls.
The Dark Brotherhood questline initiated.
If you were to try to examine and catalog the trove of worthless tchotchkes that are mixed up with the priceless, perhaps, relics in this room, it would take weeks of effort. But you can likely devise a simple storage method and clean up the most obvious messes with just a few hours of labor here. And she's throwing in a good number of dumplings for all of you to chow on here as well. And they are I don't know what your palates would be like, but I'm just gonna say they're delicious. And then you can all interpret what you think those are on
I
your own.
assumed they would have to be fire, you know.
Never met a dumpling I didn't like.
Yeah, same.
It's true.
Yeah, so I mean, Beaumont kind of looks around at the gang, cracks his knuckles, grabs his earbuds, pops one in so he can play some music. Says, "Well, I suppose let's get to work."
Yeah.
You got earbuds?
You don't?
Sure. As you go into the space, is anybody heading for anything in particular?
The sarcophagus.
You going straight for it? Okay,
Yep.
awesome.
I-
awesome.
Let's
go
go
with
ahead
him.
and rip this band-aid off.
Yeah, I go with him. It's like obviously that little.
Is there any like cultural indications on this sarcophagus of like where it might be from?
Oh, sure. Why doesn't everybody roll me either a perception check or a society check, and you can kind of see if you can get a sense of it that way. Does that
I'm gonna
sound
roll
good?
that. Yeah, I'm gonna roll that society check.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That's a 13 for Zucco. Not very
13
good.
for Zako. Okay. 16 for Lucy. On
Society
perception.
or what? Or perception?
Perception. Yeah, just kind of like studying the outside of it a little bit. Okay. Oh, we got Karna. How about you?
I rolled a 20.
Yep. And Beaumont?
17 on society.
17 on society. Okay. Gotcha. All right. As you look at it there, thinking about what this thing might be, Zako and Beaumont, whatever culture this is particularly from, it's really hard to suss out. Everything is pretty worn down. Any markings on it that could be an alphabet are difficult to discern exactly what they might be. But Lucy and Karna, as you're just looking at it and kind of studying the outside of it, you can each see that there are some really strange wispy shadows, kind of like just barely swirling around on the outside. Kind of kind of like snaking in and out of it. It's tricky to tell exactly what's happening here. But why don't we go ahead and bring you over to where this is?
This flavor map, right?
Flavor map, absolutely. Yeah. Flavor map.
Flavor
I thought you were,
map.
I thought for sure he was doing the Flavor Flav.
I was thinking about it.
I think he pulled out like halfway
You
through.
start, you chickened out. Yeah.
Got there. I shouldn't have. I should Flavor Flav.
There
it
we
is.
go.
There we go. Sorry, listeners. Excuse me.
I
that was too
hit
loud.
Bowman on the arm and I'm like,
Ow!
look, look there. What's that?
And he failed his check, so he's like, "What? Yes, it's a sarcophagus. What am I looking at?
Like a ghost or something.
Are you all right?"
Let me see. Come here. Look. I call to Sako and that who's behind us as he
No,
was-
I'm all right back here. It's fine. I'm just gonna start organizing these jars right here.
Excellent. Kind of reach out, Zako. You start poking at some things on the shelf.
Just
that's there.
swatting stuff off the shelf.
Each
just
one
like-
of those jars is a monkey's paw.
Well,
There
they
are
are.
ghosts here.
That's.
Oh, you can see that too?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was just me and, I don't know, the shadow or something.
Oh no.
I can't tell
Not
what
the-
it is,
that
but there's
crazy
like,
thing.
I don't know, a spirit or something.
Can I use maybe occultism? Maybe.
Ooh, that's a great question. I would say yes. You could use occultism to try and learn something about this thing. Yeah.
17.
17. Okay. With this, you think that this is a very potentially dangerous, but not necessarily like life-threatening because you can get away from it. A haunt that is here. Something
Oh my
that
God.
this sarcophagus is haunted, and you think that if with a successful use of occultism, you could speak a counter spell that would quiet and banish what is happening here around this sarcophagus if you wanted to try.
Oh, guys,
Yeah.
this sarcophagus is haunted.
Great.
Yes, lovely. If that being the case, before you do whatever I have a feeling you're about to do, pause for 1 second. And Beaumont runs like back up the steps and just yells up to our new friend Manny and is like, yes, Manny dear, make sure that no one comes down here for the next few minutes. You do have a situation.
Oh, really? Okay. Thank you.
Yes. All right, I'm back.
This is so strange. She's like, she has like a sarcophagus, a haunted sarcophagus there, like
I mean,
nothing.
Look at Manny. Like, I wouldn't be worried about anything either if I was
I don't
that
know.
fabulous and that strong.
Zaka's hairs are all standing up. He is not comfortable right now. Not at all.
Yes, as is
Are you-
tradition.
As is
Well, he
true.
doesn't understand why you guys are.
Are you okay?
I mean, comfort is not a word I would use to describe my current,
Are
Situation.
you okay, Lucy? Haunts are dangerous. You may not know this,
Yeah.
but they are very dangerous to the living. And interesting as they may be, we must neutralize it before we do anything, and that can be difficult. And I don't understand why we're the ones doing this.
Yeah, I don't know
Dumplings.
either.
Dumplings.
But-
Can Karna use her liminality lore, like to do a check maybe to learn something?
Ooh, I would allow that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because
yes.
a haunt would be something that's kind of stuck between, right? Like the spirit world
Yeah.
and the physical world.
Sure. Yeah. I'm open to that as a possibility.
You know what? Take a hero point.
Take a
yeah,
Heath
no.
point.
Yeah.
Take a Heath point.
Yeah.
Pat on the back.
It's like a health point, but not really.
It's just one of those ghost.
Do
It's
anything.
just one of those ghost pepper chips. You
It
know?
is.
Throws a chip at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take this.
Here, I got you this.
Yeah. Why don't we have oh, yep, sure. I will try to do that. Let's see here. Doink. Oops. I did the wrong thing. Anyway, figure it out. Let's see here. Why don't we have both an occultism check from Lucy, a liminality lore check from Karna, And then what are
A
Beaumont
corporate lore for Beaumont.
and corporate lore for Beaumont?
No one
Yeah.
else had occultism?
I do.
Okay, so
Yeah, I
I'm-
have a +4, but
I'm untrained in
Taco.
occultism.
Yes.
Taco,
Yes.
come
Listen.
help me. You're better at this than I am, I think.
Yes, I most certainly am. All right. Just stand behind me this time, Lucy.
No, okay, I will be like next to you, okay? Okay.
Yeah, but can you move so I can get like a little closer without getting that close?
sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. This is good. This is good.
Okay, I'll be next to you. I will protect you, okay?
Yeah, you're making me feel so much better. Here we go.
All right. Irene, can
That's
we
a
have
15 for that occultism.
Dirty 20.
a dirty 20 from Lucy, and Karna, your liminality lore here as well.
16.
16 for you. Okay. The three of you, it's like, high five, hand holding, channeling energy. You study the sarcophagus, you focus your mystical energies, your knowledge of the in-between spaces in the world here on this sarcophagus, and you're able to perceive the mysteries that have bound this spirit to this place. And as you start speaking counter incantations against it, you hear out the susurrus of whispers emerging from this sarcophagus, this decrepit voice in a forgotten language. Shadowy shapes trickle down over the walls, and then with a word of power, woof, they silence and the shadows depart. And though the cold of the grave tried to crawl over you like shadowy hands, it has been dismissed. And the sarcophagus lies silent. Nicely done.
Zaka side eyes to Lucy and says, I thought you said that I was better at this, but you seem to be quite skilled.
Oh,
Is this some programming that was put into your circuit board that you were unaware of?
probably. I don't know why I know about this, to be honest. Probably.
That's awesome. I studied this for a long time, and I
You're
don't know
natural.
why. Yeah. I'm glad that you don't know how you got your intelligence on this, but thank you nonetheless. I feel a little better.
It's like the wizard who's constantly pissed at the sorcerer for not having to go to magic college.
Probably.
Guys, we
Maybe
did
it's
this
Lucy.
together, okay? Good job, both of you.
Yes, I helped a lot.
Yeah.
I did roll a 23 on corporate lore as a joke. So could I
Businessman,
figure out
say
like
what?
where was this shipped from? You know, like
Ooh.
was there a company that brought this in from somewhere?
There's
know,
no
I'm really
no manifest still attached to it, so you don't have a sense of where this would have come from. And in fact, you could maybe study the dust on the top of it and just surmise that Manny has probably had this down here the entire time that she's worked here and just never really She's maybe like put a few things next to it and maybe gotten a little bit of a chill and just been like, I'm down in a stone room, it's no big deal, and walked away, right?
I
Like,
don't
just
get those
barely
people.
noticed it. Yeah. And just kind of avoided it. But what I will say, with a 23 of corporate lore, that's a 19 on the die. That's very well rolled. I think that Beaumont, you've figured out what most needs to be done to help this become an efficiently operating business space storage unit. And so you think you've got just the right plan to get everything together for the party to efficiently distribute
While they
tasks.
were banishing ghosts, I was putting together a spreadsheet on how to
wrote down a
organize the
process
basement.
in your mind.
cataloging for efficient retrieval. And so the four of you get to work. Zako, you were going after some jars that you saw on some shelves there. And as you get ready to move one of them, you can feel the entire stack of crates start wobbling there. And as it starts to wobble, I'm gonna need a reflex save from you.
Man, you would.
Suddenly, I do indeed. As suddenly a whole bunch of these crates just start toppling off of shelves.
All right, how's the dirty
falling
20
down
look?
Your direction. Dirty 20 looks good. With the dirty 20, you have succeeded, and you only get like a glancing blow from these crates as they fall down. You'll take a little bit of a bludgeoning damage. You'll only take half of 6, so 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right, so I'll take 2 points of bludgeoning damage, and then I'll expend my 1 point of Heath points damage.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, but you have to say, if you want that Heath point, though, you have to have eaten the chips.
Well, I'll take the 3 damage then.
There we go. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. The good news is, as these boxes fall over, they don't like fall on you. You're able to bodega cat swiftness get your way out of the way of them, and they don't knock you down on your ass
Awesome.
on the ground. But in the process of all of this clatter and commotion happening, you do hear chittering sound coming from further back further back in the room, and from underneath some of the crates, some of the storage shelving and things like that, two creatures suddenly emerge. Let's see if I can make sure I can get these visible for you all to see. They're up in the northern corners of the room, and they look like this as they skitter out from underneath
they're
shelves
like
and
fleas.
boxes.
That is something.
Yeah, go ahead and describe what you're seeing here, everybody. These are medium-sized creatures, just so that you have a sense.
It's like a flea with a predator face and a giant horn coming out of its forehead.
You know what? It's kind of like if a shobad was a flea, you know?
Okay.
I mean,
okay.
I guess, yeah.
It's got a gaping maw with like these crazy uneven razor sharp looking teeth that like circle all the way around it.
Yeah, it needs to see a dentist for real.
It's got these like face teeth as well, like 2 coming out of its chin and 2 coming out of its cheeks. That is crazy looking.
It's got
mofo.
a unicorn horn, but it's like real curved and
It's like
spiky.
bladed.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a fish.
Oh my goodness.
Coming off of that
yeah.
thing if you get on it.
It's like a maul dagger, you know?
Nice. Well, with all of those appendages and spikes and everything, they're getting ready to skitter towards you. So if I could invite everybody to go to the combat tracker and roll some initiative for us as these things come at you. Lucy, here is the excitement that you were hoping for. It's coming at you right now. So, with all of that, let's see. Adam, how did Zako do on initiative here?
Super great, actually. It's 20 on the initiative.
20 on the initiative. And
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and plant my thing while you go down the rest of the way. My quantum pulse or whatever.
Please do. Do. Hannah, how did Karna do for us?
Okay, so the new interface, I clicked on the combat or the encounter thing, and then there's a number already there. Is that my roll?
Looks like you could. Ooh, excuse me. Looks like you've got a 20 for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
the number
I just didn't
to the
click
left
anything
of
to roll, and so.
Sure.
But
yeah,
yes, I have a 20.
You have a 20, and if you look in the combat tracker, the number just to the left of that 26, that's your current health, your current HP. Yep. All right. Irene, how did Lucy do for initiative here?
19.
And 19. All right. And let's see here. And Beaumont, how about
Everyone except Beaumont did great. I got a 9, and everybody else rolled rocks.
Honey, someone's got to be last, okay?
Yeah, but you
shouldn't
want
be
your
our
buffer
envoy.
to be first, you know?
Yeah. All right. With this, I'm just gonna refer back quickly to our exploration activities. And Lucy, you had said that scouting was yours, and scouting provides a +1 bonus to initiative checks. So I'm just gonna bump things around here for you and for your allies. So I'm gonna say that Lucy, by keeping your head on a swivel during this, you are able to help out. Now, I will say you all came down here to organize crates and sweep some dust and things like that. nobody's got a weapon out at this point.
I
when this
mean-
happened. I assume.
To be fair, we knew that part of the job was the possibility of eliminating vermin.
That's fair.
We did discuss it beforehand.
Sure. I'll give you this. How about you can either have a weapon out, or you can cast, like, say, a light spell on somebody. Adam, I think you've got. Zako has the ability to cast light.
Yeah, if that
on
was
folks
needed, I would have done that.
down here. It is a little dark down here.
Yeah, I would have done
you can
that
tell.
a while back if
Okay.
that was needed. So
Totally. You can
you'll
get a-
you'll have to drag the spell effect. I'm not allowed to
Sure.
do it to the other
Totally.
people.
Yeah. I will. I think we probably only need it on a couple of folks in a space like this. So
Yeah,
let's-
probably Beaumont and myself.
Okay. Beaumont and yourself. That sounds good. All right. So with that, why don't we? I'll give you the option. If you say you've got weapons ready just in case something jumped out at you, I'm gonna give it. Yeah, that makes sense. I think. That's
I mean, as soon as I was informed that there was an ominous aura coming out of the sarcophagus, I probably would have readied a weapon.
that's probably true as well. Because who knows what could have jumped out of there? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I thought someone was coming out of the sarcophagus.
Sure, totally. All right. Well, why don't we have Zako start us off here? What would you like to do, Zako?
Okay, well, let's see. How far away are these guys? 35 feet. All right. Why don't we? I'm gonna step over a little bit to the right, get out of Lucy's way.
Sure.
Not that it matters too much.
You could
but,
climb on top of the sarcophagus. I'm sure it's fine now.
could.
Yeah.
I need to step one in to get close enough, and I'm going to throw out a. Let's go with an Eldritch Lance on the one to the top right.
Perfect. That sounds great. All right.
All right, here we go.
Attack roll.
That is an 18.
18 will strike your target.
Oh,
Excellent.
Roll me some damage. Starting strong.
That'll be 6 points of mental damage.
6 points of mental damage.
You've used this spell before.
No, I have not.
Oh, okay. I was just curious what it looks like,
So-
especially
so-
if it's mental damage. you know?
Yeah, so I don't think I've used this before because a lot of what we've been fighting didn't have brains. And it's since it's mind affecting or whatever. So the electric arc has been like zaps coming kind of out his fingertips, right? This lance is like a purple, like spear, like of magic, a magical spear that just shoots right out and goes right in between the eyes of whoever he's targeting, and it just kind of goes through the skin. Obviously, it doesn't actually pierce the skin physically, but it just goes in, and you see whatever this thing has for eyes kind of squinch up as a little bit of stirring goes on in the brain cavity there.
Does Zako know that Karna also has Eldritch Lance?
Have you cast it before? Well, yes, then of course he does.
Awesome.
I feel like
Yeah.
we should have talked about that.
Yeah, we
That's
probably
so
should
cool.
have, but oh well.
No. I mean, as characters, like we have a joint power.
Yes.
He's just copying your style. That's all it is.
Yeah, I roll my eyes now.
Yeah. I wish that's where I learned this spell.
Oh man. All right. Let's see, Adam. That is a stride and a spell
2
cast.
actions. Yep, that's
All
it.
right. That's it. All right. Let's go next to Karna. You are up. What would you like to do, Karna, here?
Okay, so currently I cannot see them.
You have a
so-
good sense of that it's up here in the northeast corner of the room. Yeah.
Would I have to move in order to target them?
Yep. There's this shelf is blocking your vision. It's packed
Yeah,
full. It's packed
yeah.
fuller than full. of-
Okay,
of
I think I'm
boxes.
gonna jump up on that sarcophagus then.
Yes, you do. Absolutely.
Okay.
It shakes. It rumbles. It does nothing. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you're good.
What's
I cast
fuller
them.
than being full? Slam full.
So, I want to use my reaction breacher
Oh, okay, sure.
to target this little guy over
Totally.
here.
Yep. Let's go ahead
We're
and
gonna
Oh,
We're
Wow.
gonna get him.
Hey, new friends.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, Hannah, how'd you
So,
do?
she jumps onto the sarcophagus, she aims, she fires, and she critically hits it with a 26.
Yeah, you did. 20
Which
on the
was,
die.
was 20 on the die.
Natural
the-
20.
yeah.
All right. Hey, new friends. Why don't we go ahead and get damage from this critical hit, and we'll get an Absalom Station fact from Heath, and then we'll resolve that. So,
You're going to want to roll the critical damage.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
yeah,
How
tap
do I-
critical. It's way more fun if you tap the critical button there in the chat.
There you go.
16. That was a lot more fun.
Go! 16 is your max damage, Karna. I just
Wow.
want you to know for
Nice.
this thing. Oh, man.
Cool
All right.
beans.
Heath, why don't you give us that Absalom fact, and then we'll see what happens as a result of this 16 points of damage of this creature.
All right. We are moving on to we're still in the area of Absalom Station referred to as the Eye, and so there is a part of the Eye called Parkside. Did you know the government buildings for Absalom Station are in a neighborhood called Parkside, which runs along the edge of Jatembe Park? The Pack Council headquarters are there as well.
Nice. Excellent. To know where to go to
A little
complain.
walk and then yeah, go pay your taxes.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to talk to your manager, and that manager is Madam Ziva.
Council member.
I can talk to her for you.
Well, Karna, it probably won't surprise you at all to learn that 16 points of damage is twice as many hit points as these creatures have to begin with. So what does it look like to hit it with this much percussive force?
Yeah, so I mean, the reaction breacher like deals some damage when you get a good hit in, right? So I imagine that she just, like holds her arm straight out, gets it, like shoots, and then it probably goes like straight towards that big open mouth, just like explodes it from the inside out. Probably makes more of a mess than I needed to, considering we were down here to like clean up. But I'm just assuming
it's like
it
some
kind of
Hell
goes
Divers level
360 degrees, just yeah. There's not a body to bury if you catch my drift.
No, there is not. There is just bug bits everywhere from this thing having exploded. Nicely done. Yeah, as Adam has highlighted in our chat, the massive damage immediately kills this creature.
It's funny that it just pops that up. It's like,
Pops that up.
giant dust weevil takes 16 damage. The massive damage immediately kills them.
Yes,
I
it's
love that.
it's
nice.
fantastic. It's fantastic. All right, Karna actually has one more action left. What would you like to do?
Oh, I
with it?
forgot.
Yeah.
The reaction breacher is just one.
Yep.
Is there
It's just-
another one? Oh, I can't.
There
see
is another one
anyway.
in the room, but you can't see exactly where it is
Let me
yet. Yeah.
cast some guidance. That's only one, right?
It is only one. Yep.
Okay. Who's going next? Lucy.
Lucy.
And,
Lucy's up next.
Yeah. Let me cast some guidance onto Lucy.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Thank you.
All right, Lucy, if you want to go ahead and pull the spell effect guidance onto your character, you can use that on your turn, which is now. Go ahead. What would you like to do, Lucy?
Okay. So, I will move in front of Karna.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't see it. There should be another one, right?
There is another one. You can hear it kind of maybe more off into the northwest corner of the
I
room.
can see
Yeah.
it.
Another couple feet, maybe.
Yeah, I can move and do my whole combo because I have shot on the run. So if I see him, I can.
That's right.
I can.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's true.
The
That's true.
light's gonna be the problem.
No light. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Should have cast it onto Lucy.
Let's see here.
Well,
Yep.
technically, I did cast it on all four. We were just trying to.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Well, because I
You cast-
can. Because I
That's
can.
true.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were just
Okay.
kind of like saving some time in Foundry, but
Well, then let's boink. Let's just
Yeah.
tax my old laptop a little more. I'm just not going to put it on Karna, is all. Because going to save myself just a little bit. All right. So, Lucy, yeah, with light on you, you run north and around the northern end of those shelves there, and you can kind of see it kind of like gearing up to charge your way over here in the northwest corner of the storage room. What do you do?
And I tell my friends that he's here, and I will try to
Destroy him.
Shoot him! It works really well.
Dude,
no.
Elizabeth.
No, it doesn't. It's a critical miss.
Oh no.
Lucy, even with the guidance.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so Lucy, that is your that's your primary target, correct? Are you doing a full auto fire as part of
Yeah.
your shot on the run? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So it's
So-
just your primary target that is missed, but I
Yeah.
need to roll a reflex save against
Correct.
your area fire. Okay. Got it. Let's pop
Fire
that
here.
out there. There it is. All right. Let's see how I do on that. Maybe the critical miss goes both ways.
You're gonna do so terrible.
Critical failure.
Oh my gosh, it does! I doomed myself. That's a natural 1 on
Oh,
the area fire.
Yes.
Whoa.
Let's go.
The peaks and valleys.
Goodbye, new friends.
So-
This is all she wrote. All right.
So I
Did that kill it?
do I make the normal damage or critical?
Nope. You can go ahead and roll critical hit damage, or actually, you can roll normal damage and I'll double it. Either way.
Yeah, I think
if
that's
you
how
want to
it
roll
works on the
critical
area.
hit damage,
Yeah.
then I can go either way. But yeah,
Okay. 3.
3 points of damage. All right, he will take double of that. He's going to take 6 points of
All right.
piercing damage.
Almost dead.
And he's
All
suppressed.
right. Oh, and help! I'm being suppressed. All right. Let's
Did
see.
you see him repressing me?
Wait, is that here? Oh no. Oh, where's the suppressed condition?
Remind me
okay.
what suppressed does, like game-wise.
Yeah. Irene, do you want to remind Hannah what suppressed does, or do you want me to do it?
That
Yeah.
that makes -1 to attacks
Mm-hmm.
and 5 feet less movement speed.
Mhm.
Nice. That's cool.
A little bit slower. All right. Well, it is not a slow creature to begin with. All those legs, you can probably imagine now that it is its turn in combat. It is going to. Ooh, I think you are right, Adam. I may need to. Maybe we can do that during the break here, really quick. In about let's say 15 minutes or so. It uses all of those legs and it scampers directly up at you, Lucy. It is going to move your direction, but why isn't it moving your direction? What is going on with Jason's laptop? Ooh, move, damn
Makes
you,
it more
move.
fun.
Yeah, why?
Jason just threw
It-
out a
it
cuss.
has a
It's
concussion.
getting bad.
Not to be confused with Jason Laptop.
I know, right? Yeah. What a curious thing. Why is my creature not moving on the map? How unfortunate. It is its turn.
You know what? I think Lucy she suppressed it harder than she meant to.
She really did. She really did. Okay, so let's see here. There we go. We'll do it that way. I can cut and paste the character's location, but I don't know why. I don't know why I can't just move it. Anyway, it rolls right up on Lucy, and you see that it's got all of these, chompy mandibles that it is ready to strike at you with. So I'm gonna I gotta apply that -1 modifier from suppressed, and here is its attack roll. Who knows what could happen? But this is a 12 total. I'm pretty sure a 12.
Miss.
Yeah, get out of here.
All right, it's gonna try.
Do you know who you're trying to hit? You're trying to hit
do.
Lucy.
I do know. And he is going to attempt to chomp
Oh,
again.
shit.
Why?
Hey, new friends.
Sorry, Irene. That was my bad. My bad. That was my bad.
Summoned it.
He did. He steals himself and expertly chomps right on to Lucy's leg. Lucy, I rolled a natural 20. I
Yeah.
assume a 20 hits your armor class as well.
Yeah, it's 19.
Okay, then this boosts up to critical damage.
Oh no.
So it's probably not going to be a lot. It's yeah. So I roll
What?
2 times 1d4 minus 1 damage, piercing damage on this, which comes to a total of 1
Just
What?
piercing damage.
And I have resistance 1. So
And you have resistance 1.
Yeah.
You have resistance 1. You take no damage. I think if you take no damage, Tristan, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think the secondary effect is going to apply here if she doesn't take any damage. Is that right?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. So, Lucy, you will not be rolling a fortitude save for me
The
against
least
giant
effective
evil
natural
poison.
20
That's
ever.
He hits me with so much force, and still he's like, ping. She's like,
Oh my gosh, just
Just-
right off of the skin. Yeah. Okay, that is its entire turn. We're going to go now to Beaumont.
Well, we're going to do an Absalom Station.
Oh,
fact first.
after Absalom Station Fact. Thank you.
There we go. All right, still in the region called the Eye. We've got a two-parter here for the Arcanamirium. So, did you know there's an Arcanamirium on Absalom Station, just like there was in the city of Absalom on Galarian? It's in the Eye, and it is one of the most prestigious magical universities in the Pact Worlds. Not just training space wizards, however, it tries to dissect magic like a science, to blend it and code it alongside cutting-edge engineering.
They also have a great psychology class.
Nice. Oh, I like it. All right, Arcanamirium. Oh man, I'm really excited. Speaking of, they released a wrap up of the Technomancer and Mechanic playtest blog post that came out a week or so ago, I think, and had some really cool stuff in it. So you should check it out.
Nice.
And hearing about the Arcanamirium always makes me think of the Technomancers. But at this moment, I'm thinking of Beaumont and what Beaumont's gonna do to this bug. What are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
I'm
Heath?
gonna try to finish this up.
yeah. Lucy receives no damage, and she's to Beaumont like, hey, Bo, this
Hey.
creature sucks. It's super weak. Just kill it.
All right. Is it? I can't see it from where I'm at. Oh, okay.
Oh,
there.
next to me.
Okay, I wouldn't have moved that far. There,
Yep,
I can hit it.
I
from-
gotcha. Yeah, the walls are a little bit weird.
Okay. I mean, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yeah, that's 25 feet that I moved. So I could still do a get 'em just to give myself the bonus. to
Get
hit,
the extra
just
damage.
to ensure
Yeah.
that I hit. So we'll do that.
All right.
To get them out there.
All right. Let me slap that on it. Doink.
It dies just from the get 'em hitting it.
Just from the get 'em, yeah.
All right, and then Bo will dash or lash out with the Dashko.
Excellent. All
17
right.
to hit.
17 will hit.
Let's go.
I promise you. Describe it for us, please, Heath. Yeah, this is. Go ahead and roll damage. Yeah.
15 damage.
Oh, I don't know if that quite does it, man. I don't know.
With its, 2 remaining
Yeah.
It
HP?
has 2 remaining hit points. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Like twitching.
they do have melee weapons in Helldivers 2. They're just, not the most effective things to use, but it's like that. It's comes in with the Dashko, smashes this bug, and just green, I imagine, green blood and ichor just flies all over the place.
And over us.
Over both of us, yeah.
Yeah, we definitely overkilled both of these little guys.
Right.
Damn it!
Well,
I
they dead. They
did.
dead.
did my seat for like 2
Oh,
seconds.
no.
Yeah. So
Oh, no.
You're lagging, buddy. You're lagging, buddy. Give your computer just a little nudge. Just a little nudge.
Just punch your computer
Just
real
I
tap it
know,
to
right?
remind it.
I know. How we doing?
All
Can you
right.
hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry, everybody. I promise I will stop maneuvering myself at all and just sit.
I'll
Like
never move again.
like oh man, I'm flashing back to my catechism classes as a kid in church and just being like, no, I'm just gonna sit and look. That's all I gotta do. All right, but you know who's not
Roommate
sitting?
man.
I know, right? Oh man,
I know catechism.
you had that one? Oh geez, man. At least we had the benefit of Vatican II. We're not going to go into that though. Hey,
Yeah, what?
the, yeah, with that blow, Beaumont absolutely destroys this creature. You know, the bug guts and ichor and chitin go everywhere. In the process of doing so, there's another crate that tips and topples over, and some stuff spills out of it, and the party can see this. Oh my gosh, why am I not able to move things? Really don't love that.
Copy
But I can.
and paste.
I know, right? Copy
do that?
and paste. Copy and paste. I can. And this crate pops open before you, and you can see some of these items toppling out of it. If you want to take a look at those, hint,
Yeah.
hint, hint, hint. Take a look at
Whoa.
those and
that-
describe for the audience what you find in this loot container.
How do we?
Can you double click on it or no?
Oh, there is
Yeah, ooh,
projectile ammo,
nice.
silver coated
Uh,
projectile ammo, battery tactical, battery commercial, and 100 silver pieces.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I'll take the silver pieces. You guys can have the ammo.
Wait, so are we
Yeah.
just stealing this from Manny?
I mean,
That's probably not the nice thing to do.
Should we like bring it up and she can give it to us as like a thank you?
We found a
Maybe.
bunch of shiny new ammo that we just assumed you don't need, right?
Well, just
And
as a
some
quick
money.
as a quick note of a reminder, silver pieces here is the foundry
Credits.
stand-in for credits, right? It's
Right.
credits that
Credits.
topple out of this box. Yeah.
yeah.
Does somebody go up and talk to Manny about these things that you found?
Well, I want to do something on the sarcophagus before we get out of here.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean-
well,
I mean, I guess we gotta still spend a few hours to actually straighten up.
right.
too.
I was gonna say we'll talk to her about it once we get all this organized.
Yeah, we set this
according to
aside.
Beaumont's spreadsheet.
But Karna definitely, like, morals wise, would not be like just taking this without
Yeah, I
being
mean-
like, hey, look at this after we did this for you.
Yeah.
Well, and other than the silver, it's just
We'll pay
ammo.
for our.
Like it's not the most. Like I'm not gonna to ruin a business relationship or whatever. Make waves over some ammo that I could get pretty easily.
I will say, while the rest of his party is kind of like looking through this fallen crate, he's going to take the opportunity while he's by himself to. He closes his eyes tightly, and the gem or the stone on his forehead starts to glow, and he's not touching it. And that glow kind of reaches down to his hand. It's like waves. It's like, and he reaches out and he touches the sarcophagus. And he's using psychrometric resonance on this.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Tell us more about psychometric resonance, real quick.
So yeah, it's actually read psychrometric resonance, right? With a touch, you can read the psychic impressions left on objects by their previous owners. This exploration activity functions similarly to detect magic in that you move at half your travel speed or slower while looking for psychometric resonance. You must brush your bare hands over any objects you pass while you do this. This detects objects with significant emotional resonance attached to them, such as the joy from a child's beloved teddy bear, the sorrow from a widower's wedding ring, or the fear from a victim's murder weapon. If you're looking for a particular type of emotional resonance, you can choose to ignore other emotions. If you find an item with that resonance, you can explore that resonance with the psychometric assessment action. Spend 1 minute concentrating on an object to get a vision of the face of the person who imbued the item with such emotion in the first place. I'm gonna read this last sentence, but I do not want to. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. If the associated emotion is painfully negative, you might take 1d6 mental damage as determined by the GM.
Dang.
Ooh, yeah, that is a
Right.
great question. All
So
right.
yeah, put you on the spot here, Jason. I want to know
You
the story
did.
behind this
Yeah,
sarcophagus.
Adam casts GM improv.
And it's break time.
And in fact, it is. We're going to see you all in 10 minutes as I go furiously jot down some notes in between grabbing another thing to drink. And we are going to be
That's
back.
high level GMing.
It is
Yep.
right there. You make use of the tools you have, like knowing when everyone needs to go to the bathroom. So why don't we take, we're going to take, let's say, maybe we can all be a little quicker. Maybe 7 minutes or
7
so.
minutes sounds
We'll be
great.
Back at 7 minutes at about 35 past
7
the hour,
minutes in heaven,
36.
baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. We're going to see you all in a little bit. So. Hey, here we are. All right.
Oh
We're
man.
back. This old laptop I'm on can only run so many things, so I haven't been able to see the chat. So I hope everyone out there in the chat is having a wonderful night, because I can't tell you with my words that I type out with my keyboard, but I'll tell you with my voice. Hope you're all doing well. Good to see you. So as we left, Zako was trying to get a reading on this sarcophagus in the back of the storeroom there. And whoosh, darkness overtakes you for a moment. Yeah, it's perhaps since this is the first time you've used this, right?
It is.
This
It is.
power. Yeah. Not something that you don't know exactly what to expect, other than knowing that maybe this is something that's going to fill your vision. And as the darkness kind of recedes, as the light comes up on a desolate plain, stone stairs leading up to a vast open courtyard, and you can feel the thrum of thousands of feet, kind of like tromping, but in place, not marching, just like a tromp, like a stamping of the feet. And you can hear the thrum of starship engines floating just out of perception there as well, and to feel the heat from their engines and from the triple suns that bake down on this planet that is here. And you look down at yourself, and you don't see Zako the black furred. You see a scale skinned torso and appendages. You see multiple limbs coming out and functioning as arms, multiple limbs acting as legs as well. And you see one of your hands gently rest upon the sarcophagus for a moment, and then you ease a bracelet off of that arm onto the sarcophagus so that it rests there. And then you pause, and as you study it for a moment, you can even like get a visual of your face, this battle scarred, scaled visage before you, dressed in military regalia. And after the minute of rest, of setting down that bracelet, sadness filling this face, you lean back up and you open all 6 eyes in your face, and 2 mouths turn towards a similar looking creature just off to the side, not far from you. And you say, "Launch the warships." And then whoosh, suddenly back in your Zako again, down in this stone storage room with the sarcophagus.
Would Zako have recognized that species?
Ooh, you could attempt a recall knowledge check, but it's going to be a difficult check. So
For
let's see.
for what? Life science? Can I roll life
yeah.
science?
Life science, if you've got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh, it's 13.
A 13. You're unfamiliar with
Yeah.
this species.
He kind of pulls back and he's like, "Well, that was different. That was new." He's just kind of muttering to himself and just trying to take in what he saw, but essentially this seemed to be like some military burial, perhaps, or somebody that died as a result of a military conflict.
Could be.
Somebody high up the chain of command a long time ago.
Yeah. Or a relation of theirs. I mean, it's a lot of conflicting emotions going on, knowing that, this is the course of action that has to be taken, but unsure if that's actually a good thing to do.
Gotcha. Yeah. Man, all right. He's like, "Well," he kind of just shaking it off a little bit, like, that's it's intense. Guys, what did you find over there?
Would any of us have noticed that Zako just had like a little moment?
I think you're
I
probably
wouldn't.
like, yeah. Yeah. good question. I think if you're all mostly looking at this crate that's toppled over, I mean, Lucy is probably like counting out projectile rounds that she can use. Maybe I would assume. Karna might be looking at some of the other stuff that popped out of this crate. Beaumont as well. I have a hunch. Um, yeah. It's up to you as to whether anybody was watching Zako or Zako. If you think you're being pretty surreptitious about this, then
I mean,
folks weren't looking.
yeah, I mean he was using their distraction to do it, but while he was doing it, he was not, he was not aware. So if, like if somebody peeked around the corner, it's up to them. if somebody wants to have seen it, that's fine.
Yep.
Got it.
Do you want to?
I mean, well, I guess does our great GM need us to move along for the moment, and then I can mention it later? Like I can see it and not say something right now. You know what I mean?
Let me offer this. The party, after having tallied up this crate of spoils that you found here, that is spilled open for you, you do know that you've got a few hours here of work ahead of you at the least. Beaumont's corporate know-how is probably going to speed that up just a smidge for you to get out a little faster. Yeah, you've got a little bit of time. You could be working next to each other. And sharing a little bit about this or asking some of these questions too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if now's a good time, then yeah, Karna's
Now's a good
probably, find some bottles to pick up that Zako knocked off the shelves, and just kind of low key standing next to him, not making eye contact or anything, just says, "Hey, I know you don't want to necessarily, or if you don't want to talk about, you can tell she's like, she doesn't know exactly what to say, but she cares." And so she stops and then just says, "Something just happened back there. And if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. But, there's something up with you. And I can't put my finger on it."
What? Yes, there's things up with me, I suppose, but what are you referencing? What are you trying to ask?
I mean, you seem like you've been, here and there, and by here and there, I don't mean place. I mean time. Does that ring true to you?
Yes, a bit. There's been some things that have happened to us over these last couple days that just remind me of a very difficult time in my life. And what you just saw there, I think, might be some manifestation of some of the experiences that I had in relation to this. Listen, it's a long story. I said I would tell you, but I just want to make sure that you actually want to get into this because, it's kind of weird, and we got stuff to do. I don't want to burden you or any of that.
Time flies when you're, I don't know, digging through past trauma. I mean,
You
you've
have
already
no
found
idea.
out weird stuff about me too, so.
Okay. Well, so, and this is while we're organizing, right? So
Right,
Totally.
right.
Yeah.
We're not looking, no eye contact is being made. You can't make eye contact. It's like
Okay.
And like
a car
Bo-
talk.
Beaumont and Lucy are on like the other side of the room, and Beaumont's like, all right, he's got like 3 boxes stacked in Lucy's arms. Like, yes, all right, move those to this side. All right, and stack them there. We want them even.
And she's like
Yeah.
with a face all bored, like, oh.
You're doing great.
The plan is getting executed over there while we're
Yeah.
getting a little introspective over here and just shifting around the same, 6 cans or whatever.
So, well, this magical power that I have, I haven't always had it. In fact, it's kind of a newish thing in the grand scale of my life. A couple years before the assault on Absalom Station, when the Civ were here and they were, hitting this station with the quantum ray. So this was 2 years before that. I was just in the midst of my studies as to be a doctor, believe it or not. But I wasn't able to
we can all
finish.
try.
Yeah, well, I wasn't able to finish those studies because something just happened to me on my way back to my dorm from class, and one moment I was walking on Absalom Station, and the next moment I was falling onto a beach, and there was. I stood up and looked behind me, and there was this tear, and I could see Absalom Station as I looked through it, but I was no longer there. I was on this island, and before I could jump back through this tear, it closed, and I was surrounded by several individuals with spears. And I don't know if you'll believe me when I tell you this, but they were Aslanti. And I don't mean the Aslanti Star Empire. I mean the ancient fallen Aslanti of Galarian. Like many, 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 many years ago. And I found myself on the islands of Aslant, surrounded by Aslanti soldiers.
That must have been fucking terrifying.
It was. They captured me and brought me back to a facility. They had never seen a person of my nature, talking cat, for lack of better words. And they were very interested. And they were indeed very... their technology was far progressed, given how old this was, how far in the past this was. And they ran all sorts of tests on me, and he starts shuddering as he's talking about this. And he's like, I was there for 2 years. And I was fortunate that one of the scientists that was studying me had compassion and began to realize that I was a person, not just an anomaly to be studied. And we actually developed a bit of friendship. And he taught me some further skills with medicine, although much more field dressing related. And he also helped me focus this power that had manifested and sent me back in time. I realized that rip in reality came from me, and that I had an inherent power of warping time and space, and I did not know how to control it. And so this friend, this scientist, he helped me. He helped me find a way to try to channel it using some of their tech. And at this point, he starts rubbing the stone in his forehead. We were planning to do a good, clean, surgical insertion of this stone to be somewhat of a focal point for my powers. But then Earthfall happened. And Earthfall, you may or may not know, this is ancient history. This was the eradication of the Aslanti people. Meteors fell from the sky and devastated the entire civilization. And I too would have been among those that fell to extinction. But I prayed to my goddess, Mayal, and I shoved that stone directly into my forehead with all the might that I could. And it hurt really bad, yes.
Shit.
And as I did that, by the grace of Mayal, I was transported back to Absalom Station. Back to another cataclysmic event. I was transported to the day of this assault on Absalom Station. I was transported from one extinction event to another, and I had lost 2 years. And so, yes, these visions of ancient eldritch horrors, time being manipulated, it's the mention of Aslanti ships. Some of this trauma is being triggered. And it has been several years since the assault, and I believed that I had it under control, but I guess these types of stressors show how little I had really processed it.
Arna just kind of nods along as he tells his story, because obviously that's a lot right there. All of that. And the first thing that she says is, yeah, the body keeps the score, and we might push down the trauma in our minds, but yeah, your body will let you know. It makes total sense that all this would be bringing that up for you. And you know, a month ago, a week ago, 3 days ago, I would have had reservations about believing you, but it's funny. It's not parallels, and yet I feel like we've had similar life-altering experiences in some way, where innate magic we didn't know we had, or some kind of moment happens and something clicks and changes our abilities. Like, yeah, that resonates with me, and I just want you to know I do believe you. I see all that you went through, and like, I want you to know you will be okay, but it's also okay to feel like this right now too.
Thank you, Kana. I have appreciated your support over these last day and a half. It's been a
really long day.
It's been a really long day and a half. Maybe 2 days, I can't remember. But
Getting close.
yes, and your experience too. I can only imagine how traumatizing it must be, but you are handling it quite well. And my knowledge of this, this process or this phenomena, I actually learned while I was in Aslant. So this is, the Barai nature has been around for a long time. And I only say that to mean that while it may seem strange, and it is indeed rare, it is not totally abnormal. And you still are you in there. In fact, the reason why you still are here before me is because of how you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
I am. It'll take a little bit of time. I haven't processed anything yet, and My life has changed, and I don't want to think about that. But
Well, Karna, when
it's okay.
all of this present business is all said and done, I've kept my distance from people for too long, and, well, perhaps we could... I have a favorite spot, and it's Timbay Park, and, well, perhaps we could share just some time there with each other.
That sounds nice.
Well, then you must live through the rest of this.
You know, I think I can manage that. But can you?
I will do my best.
Deal.
Deal. This jar goes right here, by the way.
Oh, it doesn't. It goes over there.
He walks up with just like a huge box of jars, grabs it, and sets it on another shelf.
I love it. I love it. Excellent. Thank you both so much. That was lovely. That was lovely. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
that was
you.
so good.
Yeah.
Yes. That was cool to hear. More Zako backstory than I.
Yeah, it feels good to get that out.
Yeah. Been sitting on that for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
About an hour and a half into your cleaning of the basement down here, Manny walks down with another round of dumplings for you all. Say, this is my last batch of making for the day. Just thought I'd see how you all... Oh, look at those hideous things. She kind of looks over at the bugs that are dead.
Don't talk about my friends like that.
Oh, Beaumont, delightful. You get the extra dumpling. I love it. That's great. Anyway, so you all take a little bit of a break. Let me see. Oh, this is good. Wow, this organism. I like this. Who did this? Whose system was this? You'll have to show me your spreadsheet about this. I like it. Yeah.
Beaumont's already made a couple
Already
process
pulls
lists
up.
for you.
Beep, boop, boop.
Zoop. Oh, I see that on my data pad here. Blue. What do we call it in this universe? Green tooth technology to deliver it. And she's like, okay, well, good. Well, I'm sorry about the bugs. That's disgusting over there. But thank you for. Ooh, glad I didn't have to stumble upon them. I mean, I could have smashed them, of course, but.
Hey, Manny, that
Yeah.
sarcophagus was cursed.
Was it really?
Yeah. And
I just thought it was cold.
Where did you
No.
get it?
Couldn't find a shipping label anywhere.
No, I have no idea when that one showed up. Sometimes people drop off deliveries for me and they just drop them off and I sign and then I go check on them later. And this one I must not have checked on right away.
What?
It's been there for a while though. Yeah, I can't really remember.
We cleaned it,
Yeah.
the hunt. And
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Cleanse the spirits.
should we open it?
No, you shouldn't. Thanks. Just out of
Oh.
respect for whoever's in there. I mean, right? Don't you think? I mean,
I want to open it.
you want to open the sarcophagus? Haven't you heard the stories, Lucy? Wait, have you heard the stories?
She probably hasn't.
Probably.
Oh, well, okay. So once upon a time, this is on Akaton, of course, and Manny launches into this story, and
Oh my
then and then she goes on. Like you guys are just chomping dumplings for like 15 minutes. She's brought. It's this huge sack that she's brought down for.
Yeah, I'm going Goku on these dumplings.
I know,
and
right? And yeah, go
I
ahead.
talked to them in secret. Should we open it? we should open it.
I'd
Do
listen
you
to
want to
Manny.
see who's there? While she's talking,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a loved one that was buried. There's
oh, you opened it already. Who was there?
I didn't open it. I was able to sense some of its history by touching it.
What?
Yes, I know that sounds strange, but just go with me here. This is... I don't actually know how but chalk it up to an addition to all of these other magical abilities that you have seen me do. Yes, that at best there is a dried up corpse in there with a bracelet. I don't think we should disturb the dead for that bracelet. And this was somebody's dear friend or loved one.
Why is he here?
I would really like Manny to answer, but I feel like that's not going to happen.
Okay.
And you hear Manny wrapping up her story and saying, and so that's why there's no moon when there is a sun here, and they call me Manny Moon Puncher now. So that's the story.
Wow, that's amazing. They finish their dumplings.
Well, can I keep this ammo at least? She's like, can I keep this? Because we took away the hunt. Now, if you want to open it, I guess it's yours. I don't know.
I'm going to leave it shut, thanks. But you want to take what now? Sorry, tell me again.
There is a box with some projectiles and some stuff.
Oh, she
Yeah,
takes a
just
look
kind
at
of
it.
Fell as we were cleaning stuff up, and it seemed like something we could use and maybe, make clear a little space for you.
Well, if that crate opened for you, it was fated. Please keep what you found. I am glad to see that my dumpling investment was worth it.
Zako is resisting the urge to knock over a bunch of other containers to say, this fell for us too.
Carnus swats his hand down.
Full
Like, yeah, he's like
bodega
reaching up. Yeah, it's like, okay.
It was fated? Really? She's super impressed with that. Wow.
I'll be clear. This one was fated to open for you.
Yes, by
This
the
one.
gods of game design.
Indeed,
Nice.
indeed. By the royal high priestess of all, Jenny Jarzabski. Long
Now
may
that
she
I
reign.
like that.
Long may she reign.
I like her. I don't know who she is, but I like her.
She's
Something
amazing.
about her. I got a good feeling.
Yeah. As she looks around at you, you're such helpful folks. You're almost done here, and it is getting later on in the afternoon. But if you've got a little bit of time here and still a little bit of energy, I do have a shipment that got held up at the docks with all of this unpleasantness that's going on. Could you go check on it for me if you have a minute here when you get done? All you should have to do is sign for it, and then they'll have someone from the dock bring it up in a cart. But who knows how weird the situation is with everything here on the station. I'm not in a rush. If you have somewhere else you have to get this afternoon, you're probably tired after all this cleaning, and it can wait if you want. But if you've got a little time, I'd appreciate it.
I mean, we could stop by the docks and check on it. I don't see a problem there. And he turns to the rest of the crew, who I'm sure are like tired and ready to be done working, but it's like
Karna's got an "Are you serious?" face on.
we've already made some goodwill. Like, why mess it up now? And it's just like a trip to the
People
docks to talk
pleaser,
to
people
somebody.
pleaser.
Beaumont certainly is.
Yeah,
Totally.
that's what I'm saying. Beaumont's like, oh, come on, we can do this in another favor.
But
for
I'm
this lady."
tired. I'm tired.
You got a belly full of dumplings, right? And you've been cleaning for hours, probably just like zonked out here, especially
we
after
could
story time. Yeah.
Slowly meander to the docks while we digest.
Well, it'll be at dock 3. They told me dock number 3. So just calm me when you get a chance to look into it, and let me know what you find down there, and we'll figure it out from there. So thank you. It looks like you're almost done here, and then I'll let you get to it. And so she walks out, and it really only
Almost
takes you another
done.
half hour,
Another 4 hours, and we'll
45
be
minutes.
on our way to the docks.
Yeah,
I grab his list and just like cross off a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, okay, this is what's left.
Yeah. You've clearly made a substantial dent just by like cleaning and organizing a little bit. And like I said earlier, it would take weeks to really fully inventorize and do everything that you need down here. Lucy, you probably feel like there's a pull to go check out that sarcophagus in you some more, but Manny was pretty clear she wants it left shut. So she's
That's so
inviting you.
suspicious.
I know, right? I know. What could it be? What could it be?
It's the setup for a later adventure.
Indeed. We'll see. We'll see, perhaps. She is more than happy, gives each of you a parting dumpling to go, or a bag of chips of your choice of flavor from there.
Now's your chance for a Heath point.
Nope.
I'm just like, I guess it's just cartoon brain. I'm just imagining we all like dust our hands off, go to walk out the door, and she just pops a dumpling in our mouth on the way out, you know?
Amazing. I love it. I love it. Yeah, she is incredibly grateful for your help in cleaning up and organizing. Is anybody scritching Rasputin on the way out the door, I imagine?
Yeah.
The squawks, the bodega squawks.
I would imagine everyone.
Excellent. Pop the dumpling, scritch a squawks out the door, and the hard light curtain jingles behind you as you step back out into the street. The sun that goes overhead jingles its jingle to mark the hour. It's maybe like somewhere around 3 o'clock in the afternoon at this
You hear
point.
gunshots.
Yeah, exactly. You hear old Ostabaki's laser
Your old
pistols.
friend.
Fires a couple shots from the community center. And you can see a couple of things, like, and you kind of look at your, maybe your comm units to just get your Google Maps of the system, of the neighborhood that you're in here. There's a quick route down to the docks. There's a route over to the bank branch, but they're like slightly different directions. So you could, if you want to just like pass by the bank and then make your way to the docks, it'll take a little bit. If you want to go to the docks first and then check out the bank, you could do it in that order too. What would the party want to be doing at this point?
I mean, let's get the dock knocked out, since that's like a task we didn't want to do in the first place.
Oh, is
Would
that
be-
how you're
would be
supposed
my
to do
thought.
it?
Yeah.
Not procrastinate the hard stuff till the very end.
I mean, like Zaka's all in his head, so he's just kind of following Beaumont, like wherever Beaumont leads,
Awesome.
Karna's just happy she got an extra dumpling, so she's just like, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just get it over with. Let's do it.
Nice. She is happy to have also shared with you, like, she's got some really great shobad tea that everybody can take a cup of on the way out the door. A little perk me up after all the work and the dumplings.
Nice.
Digestive aid as well, from all of the heaviness of the fried food. And you make your way towards the docks. Now, the docks are a little ways from the main part of the neighborhood. There are 6 active bays that are connected to ship-sized tunnels that lead out of the station. If you remember, Little Akaton isn't on one of the arms. It's there as part of the main part of the station. The bays themselves are like a boneyard. They're featuring a surprising variety of manufacturers, styles, and eras of Starship on display, with hulls, engine blocks, half-gutted models representing the last 100 years of Pact World Starship tech. And when you get to dock number 3, where Manny's shipment is being held, you see that it's a stretch of metal scaffolding rising to a height of about 40 feet inside one of the larger and yet tidier bays. And you look up there and you can see that there is a scuffed up shuttle that's docked there, and its entry hatch is way up there at the scaffold level. Who wants to be among the first to climb up this ladder to get up there?
I mean, we all know it's Beaumont.
Okay.
He's carrying on his merry way, trying to get this task done.
Yeah,
Excellent.
right next to him.
Okay. Beaumont goes up first. Tromp, tromp, tromp. Lucy, everybody puts their weapons away, gets ready, and starts hauling their way up the ladder. Okay. We can do that. Let me try and just place a couple of things really quick. I wasn't 100% sure what order everything was going to go in here. But now that we're here, you climb up to the top, and once again, we've just got a little bit of a flavor map here. Flavor map.
Love some flavor maps that aren't really flavor maps.
Yeah, exactly, right. Let's see here. Gotta get Karna on there as well.
Yay.
Why? There she is. Okay, great. You can see. All right. As you get up to the top, and you're on this part of the map, but you're actually like a ways back from it. You're probably maybe 100 feet away from this shuttle that you're seeing there, just a ways down the walkway. But Beaumont, as soon as you cross over the top, you can see maybe 20 feet ahead of you from that ladder that there is face down on the ground someone in a dock worker overalls, coveralls, a jumpsuit kind of a thing, about 80 feet away from the shuttle.
Drunk on the job.
Looking at him, at this figure, not too far from his hand, there appears to be a laser pistol that is there, dropped down there. And as you just kind of like, you're peeking up and you look down the way down at the shuttle, you can see a couple of small, green-skinned, fishbowl helmet kind of wearing creatures, football-shaped heads, ears sticking out, carrying roto lasers that are about as big as they are, right? That are down there. Let me pull up a little art for you all so we can see what these fellas look like, minus the fishbowl helmets. They're not in the art here.
Yeah, space
Dang.
goblins, straight up.
Yeah.
Rite of passage.
Rite of passage. Yeah. You look ahead and you see this one there. All right. As you look at the figure that is there on the ground, plopped up there or plopped down there, you can see it is also a shobad that is down on the ground. So it's a big hulking figure of a
so there
humanoid,
must be
4 arms.
Must be 35 goblins to take down a showbot.
Yeah.
You don't know what level they are.
Tell for sure. So, yeah. And you can see. Let's see. So, Beaumont, do you stay just down this level, kind of just poking your eyes up, pit vipers, I should say, over the ledge? What are you doing here?
So they are up or they're down? I'm confused now. I'm sorry.
Sure, you're on your way up a ladder, and you're sticking your head off the top of the ladder to look at the platform that goes out to the shuttle.
Okay.
And those goblins look like they're standing right outside of that shuttle. They're right outside the shuttle there that you can see down at the far end. And then you also see this shobad figure is on the walkway between you and the shuttle, between here and there, and he's just face down on the ground.
So the way that these walls are, Jason, it's kind of difficult to track what you're saying. Can you kind of ping where those creatures are?
Sure, totally. That's partly because they have been very politely hidden by the map.
Okay.
Put them
Okay,
out
they're
there
right
for
there.
You.
I thought they were
Yeah.
back here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope.
And-
They are right outside. And again, you're all there's a good 100 feet of walkway between you and them.
Yeah,
right?
pretend like
if
we're
you
a
pop
little
up,
farther back.
yeah. This is just the stand-in map for this. This is not
scale.
to scale just yet.
Right.
Yeah. When you get closer, it'll be to scale. But you can see, and then that way you can have the choice. Do you all want to walk down the center one? Do you want to split between the 3 different walkways that go along here? The challenge, of course, is going to be you can't really sneak up on these guys this way unless you're invisible or creating a pretty huge diversion to try and pull it off. Yeah.
That the stealth not really being an option. I mean, my inclination was if we're still currently on the ladder, come up, I'm kind of coming up the ladder. My head pokes over. I see all this, and then he just immediately tries to finish getting up the ladder while shouting out to them, "Oi! Are you scoundrels doing a robbery?"
Ooh, okay. Hollering down there at them. All right. You see a third goblin stick its head out the doorway of the shuttle. They look a little different from the others. I'm gonna pop out their art for you here. Instead, they look like this. If you want to describe a little bit of the difference between this one and the other. It looks like it's, and by the way, it's not holding a roto laser. It looks like it's holding a missile launcher.
Okay, all right.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean,
it's got
it
more
looked.
together.
Yeah, he's having a better time. He has both of his eyes instead of the other ones have like this I don't know, lens jammed into their eye. This one has both eyes, got some goggles sitting up on his head. He does indeed have a launcher of some sort with that kind of like shark smile painted onto it. He's wearing like what looks like leather high tops, like sneakers, but they're leather. And he's pointing at me very rudely.
Yes, there is.
Yeah,
a
he looks
rude
like he's
gesture.
almost sliding in, you
Yeah.
know?
Sure. Or are they rocket jumping back?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, or just having just fired the missile, being knocked
That's what
back
he's saying.
from
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I
thrown
was thinking
20 feet
rocket
back,
jump,
yeah.
like I was thinking like some boosters or something.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, I mean, Quake style rocket jump. Yeah. So you
That's a
call
throwback.
out. You call out.
Yep.
Hey, are you trying to do a robbery here? And when this goblin looks out the door and sees your head kind of sticking up the ladder, it says, "Hey, don't take a step or whatever any closer. You hear? Just stay back."
Don't take a step, whatever, any closer.
Hey,
It,
you
it,
might step. You might fly. You might blorble like a Barathu. He doesn't know who you are.
assure you, I will not be blorbling today, good sir.
But we will, right? We're going to step closer to them.
Oh,
right?
we're going to step. We're just not going to blorble. I don't think any of us are physically capable of blorbling. Anyways,
What? What does that word mean?
you'd need to be like a squid person.
It's a type of locomotion.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Anyways, it appears as though you've injured or potentially killed that poor Shobad. And I'm here checking on this location for a dear friend, and so I apologize, but I will be taking a step forward towards you, sir.
You take a step towards me, sir.
I will sally forth in your direction.
And he looks to the party and says, "Sally forth."
All right. This sounds like a diplomatic approach that you're taking with these goblins, or are you?
No,
talking
it's more an
in sterner
intimidate.
words?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Intimidate. Okay. I like this. Why don't you attempt an intimidation check for me then, and let's see how they receive this challenge.
I think subconsciously I was going for. I watched. I woke up in the middle of the night to the Transformers: Rise of the Beasts was on, so I think mentally I was trying to do like a Autobots roll out kind of thing.
Yes.
But yeah, that's the vibe.
Okay.
So intimidate. Why did my sheet close?
Oop, there it is. Yeah. So yeah, these guys, they hear you, they hear your words. They're looking a little nervous about this. All right.
19.
19. With a 19 total on your check, they look extra nervous. And you can see barrels tip down towards the decking for the roto lasers, for the missile launcher. They all just kind of look at each other for a sec, and they say, "Hey, you're here to get Manny stuff?"
Indeed.
Oh, well, damn it. That dock worker took one look at us and said, oh, hell no. So here we are just trying to make a credit. This guy draws iron. So we said, oh, hell no, right back. And now look at what we got going on down here. So you come down here, sign for this for us, and we'll make sure it gets to her, okay? Oh, by the way, watch out for the mines. Don't step here, here, or here. You'll blow up.
No.
Oh, love that.
So,
Mine.
to be clear, like, they work here?
Yeah, this is my ship. I'm Spicy Sweet. These are the nuggets, and this is the box. We're just here with the delivery.
Is this a band?
No.
Spicy Sweet and the Nuggets? Yeah.
Yeah,
And this is the box.
I'm Spicy Sweet. We're the nuggets. This is the box. It's the 3-pack, because there's 3 of us, right?
Okay, good to know there's only 3, right?
We do deliveries. Yeah, people got all these ideas. Like space goblins are just gonna come steal your stuff or blow things up or slap duct tape all over things. I don't know, this Chopard.
But they
God,
put
these
mines there.
Well, yeah, I mean, he drew iron on us. What were we supposed to do? We're defending our stuff. We're just waiting for Manny to get here.
Well, Manny sent us, so
Ah,
she was worried about the shipment being delayed, which it appears that it has been.
yeah. Well, hell, I mean, yeah, we got the shipment. You gonna come sign for it?
Yes, but now where's the mines? Where-
It's, yeah, just a sec. It's, here, it's here, and
Just
it's
right in
here.
front of me.
Yeah, don't step there. Yeah. Oh, because she didn't go with it. No, there too. There
with
too.
the rocket
Don't step
launcher.
there.
All right.
Yeah, with the rocket launcher.
He like
Yeah.
puts a hand on Lucy's arms, like, oh, excuse me, as he squeezes by around a mine.
Yeah.
It's all
Are
right.
they
All right.
telling the
and
truth?
so
Just to,
you
I
get
don't
up
know.
there, right, Beaumont?
Yeah.
He holds out a data pad to you, Beaumont, and a stylus for you to use to sign, and you see Spicy Sweet and the Nuggets shipping, and you see, like
LLC.
it's LLC, yeah, exactly, right. Like they seem to be like just very like overly armed space goblins who also do delivery services.
Just to fully confirm that this is on the up and up, especially considering it was presented in the way that it was, could I roll like a corporate lore to
Absolutely.
like verify all of this?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
See how that does.
16.
16 total. Okay. Yeah, with the 16, you look through the paperwork, and as far as you can tell, this all looks legit, right? Like you can even ask them, and Spicy Sweet, she is happy to provide for you, like some of their more recent trading jobs that they've done. They've gone as far out as the Waydana system that recently got developed by a whole bunch of different corporations that were out there.
Mm-hmm.
They've been to Gascar 3 out in near space. They've been most recently to not Octurne, not Abalon, Aposte, where they were picking up some stuff before they came back here.
Most likely weapons.
Yeah.
Who's to say, right?
I mean,
Who's to
it's
say?
apostate. What else do they say?
Yeah.
I know, right? I know. Could be biotech, who knows what's
Like I
behind
said,
those doors
weapons.
down there.
Evil
yeah,
weapons.
yeah. And Spicy Sweet is like says something to the effect of, yeah, we get shit like this everywhere you land. What are we gonna do? We got some asshole cousins that just give everybody a bad name. But no, what's Spicy Sweet and the Nuggets supposed to do? Lay down our arms? Are you kidding me? No. Somebody draws on us. We make sure that they know we're not to be messed with. He's fine, by the way. He'll be okay. We didn't hit him that hard, we think.
So I apologize if I missed this. Who was the showbod? What relation did they have to Manny, or did they have any?
He's he's just the dock worker that came up here to check on us, and he took one look at us, and he got ready to shoot. I mean, hell. Prejudiced.
Who will
asshole.
do something like that?
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, that is an unfortunate misunderstanding, one that I am quite pleased that we were able to avoid. So if you don't mind, I will sign for this. And you said you guys will take care of getting the shipment to Manny.
Oh hell no, we just bring it here. That guy, you gotta wake him up. He's the one who's gonna take it, I
Oh,
think. Yeah.
He's going
Delivery,
to cause
they say.
problems.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, I like your style. I like your weapons. Look, I have the same one. And I show them my roto laser.
You're like, oh hell yeah,
That I
sister,
bought.
look at that.
Look.
Yeah.
Actually, you guys talk shop about your very impressive weapons. Could I go and like try to slap the showbot and like wake him up and try to talk to him? Not slap
Yeah.
him like violently, just like
Sure.
like smack him on the cheek, kind of
Yeah.
bring him
Get
to,
it.
so that he doesn't wake back up surrounded by the goblins that knocked him out in the first place. You know?
Sure. Yeah. Well, good. He's down a ways. Do you want to take either of your medicinally minded friends with you on this one to check on him?
Yeah, sure.
Zako or Karna? Yeah. Anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Beaumont here.
Yeah, he'd turn to the party and be like, all right, one of you come with me. Let's see if we can give some medical aid to our our friend here and try to get him calmed down so that he'll take this shipment back to Manny and we can be done with this.
Any chance to use my scalpel?
You know, I might have a better bedside manner, but I don't know. Sokka might actually be able to get something done.
Yeah, I'm relying on Beaumont to talk to him. I'm just going to do the medical work.
And what do we
so-
do first? Retract our...
Claws.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so
Go.
I just need to roll a treat wounds. Is that the deal, or
You can make a attempt a medicine check. Just
Just a
toss
regular
just-
all medicine
yeah, just
check?
a medicine check out there for me. Yeah. Yep, you can do treat wounds if you want to. And as you examine this guy, you can see he's like knocked unconscious by a couple of laser blasts more than anything else. It doesn't look like Spicy Sweet shot the missile launcher.
yeah, it's a
down
dirty
here.
20.
Dirty 20. Okay, yeah, no problem. You are easily able to evaluate the wound and figure out, okay, there's some burn stuff here. We just need slap some burn cream on it and do a couple of, maybe a stitch or something like that. And he'll
So
come.
he does that pretty successfully, and then he turns back to Karna, and he raises his middle finger, and then just one claw comes out of the middle finger. But he's doing it with a smile, you know. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. She receives it like she thinks it's great. That's hilarious.
Excellent.
so-
As he slowly stirs, he's groaning. Oh, it's taken him a while to wake up. You see the name badge. It's like a mechanic's shirt name badge kind of thing. It says Tego, Tego, on his shirt.
Lego Matego.
Lego Matego, exactly right. And he's there, and it's taking him a little bit to come fully to. And while that's happening, Lucy, you're down there, and you and the goblins are just having a blast, just like spinning your roto lasers, basically. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like explaining to them, if you fix this part, you can make it do more damage even. You know, you can.
Oh, we love this, don't we, Nuggets? And then two Nuggets are like, this is great. Oh
Probably
man! And they
trying to
just start.
recruit her. The fourth nugget.
And Lucy, as you're in close on these goblins, something in your networked wiring kind of pings like a sonar. It's coming from the one that's a little further away from you, over there towards the nose of the shuttle that's there. Something's drawing your attention to this particular space goblin. What do you do with that?
I look at him and I walk to him just like that.
As you get real close, like right up to his face, basically, this little guy,
Yeah.
he just starts getting real nervous. He's getting real squiggly here. He's like, "Yeah, I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the thing with the rotor laser. Oh God, I'm doing the thing."
And I look at him really closely and I'm like, trying to see what is it that I'm feeling. Do
Yeah,
I think I know him or something?
You look at him and you study him again, and at a certain point, he turns around to kind of face the other way, and there's something about his back profile that stirs that stirs a memory for
His
you.
back profile.
Yes, a back profile.
Like, could this
Spicy.
be love?
Spicy. It's
Into
not
it.
spicy sweet, yeah. But spicy sweet looks at this nug and is like, "Hey, what's going on?" And they said, "Well, just boss, just, don't lie to me, Nugget. You lie to me, you get the sauce." And it's like, "Okay, boss, okay, not the sauce, not the sauce. All right. Go get the sauce. We found, okay, look, but okay, we found her," and he points at Lucy. "We found her when we first got here. You gave us some time off the ship. We ran around for a little while. Well, we found her down in the spike. You know, this was a while back. Well, she had a couple of things. We grabbed them because we were like, she didn't need them anymore. Wham, bam, scram. We got out of there. We came back and got on the ship. And, okay. And so he goes digging in his pockets.
Oh, you were one of the goblins. I think I have seen you sometimes,
Yeah,
but
I think,
from afar.
yeah, we try not to, you know, when you find somebody and you kind of take their stuff and then they start walking again, things get really weird. So you just try not to stay too close to them if you can. Yeah. So
Yeah, I was dead, and then I was not dead. But
yeah. Well, look,
Something.
just to be clear, we didn't do the dead part. That
That's
wasn't us.
going around.
We didn't do that part. That had already happened. Yeah.
and you know who killed me or this body?
No, I don't. I don't know who did that. I'm sorry that I didn't know who did that, and I wish I could tell you. 'Cause, geez, you're scary. Holy smokes! I did no. I feel like the sauce is scary, but ladies, come on. No. But what we did find on you is this, and he goes into his pocket and he pulls out this little. It's like an access card kind of a thing, like this, about the size of a credit card, right? And he hands it over to you. You take it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you grab it,
Thank
and when you take it, it lights up, like the circuitry in it just kind of glows the same color of your circuitry as well. And this, from this little square that's embedded into the card, a little hollow pops up, and it's your head.
Oh,
It's a little hollow of your head, and the name Lucille-2 is hovering underneath
Oh boy.
as well.
Lucy Lord.
wow. What do I do with this? She doesn't. She's just holding it like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Can I
Wait,
do like a computer's check or something to see what it is?
Yeah, I got no clue. So if you know, I mean, by all means, yeah, you should check it out. But I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Hey, sweet. Can I call you sweet?
Me? Yeah, you want
Aren't we
spicy sweet?
Still down with the other guy?
You're kind of still down with the other guy a little bit
Okay.
there, yeah. But you're here.
All right.
This,
I'm confused on the layout here.
you are 80 feet apart from the
Got it.
goblins, right?
Got it.
Yeah. Yep. But you can hear commotion going on down there, and you see Lucy holding something, and there's a little light coming out of her hand. Maybe you probably can't pick out exactly what it is.
Did Lucy just rob the red hot chili nuggets?
I like that. Yeah, Lucy, you could Irene, you could attempt a computer's check.
Computers,
study in this
okay.
thing. Yeah.
I will use my how's it called, the nanite surge to
And I surge. Yeah.
give me a
Totally.
+2 to this.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
let's see. My circuitry starts to glow even even more. She's like, ah!
Kamehameha. See how it goes.
Nanite surge song. Okay.
Oh no, she's going to Hadouken him.
Oh no, a tang? Just a tang? Well, that's so sad.
You could hero point it.
Oh
To
yeah,
announce,
I will.
announce a 10 as your final result.
No, I will use a hero.
I'm
point.
getting better. I'm getting really good at waiting, especially when people roll low.
I just thought it was the lag.
Nope. Not the lag, it's
Oh.
just me waiting.
28.
28 because Hey, new
Oh, it's
friends.
it's a
Yeah,
natural
hey.
20.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Hey,
awesome.
Natural 20. Great use of a hero point. Nicely done. All right, Heath, why don't you give us
Yep.
a Absalom Station fact while I think about what I'm going to tell Lucy here.
All right. Part 2 of the section on the Arcanumerium. Did you know the Arcanumerium has an immense trove of ancient and alien magical artifacts, and they don't actually know what all they have. Some haven't been studied yet, they're just in storage. Apparently, they just have so many alien artifacts. Probably, I would imagine a lot of that has to do with finding, with the gap, right?
Yeah.
Like finding pre-gap stuff and losing the threads of like what civilizations they knew about before the gap and then lost that information about. Yep. Interesting
Totally.
stuff.
It's that top men scene from Indiana Jones, right? Top men. Crates everywhere. No, nobody's looking at anything.
Right.
Yeah. Lucy, you put some mental effort into studying this little data card here, and think about it for a bit, and you realize this is a system access card to assist with overriding security systems that you should come across. But it's key. It seems to be keyed to a particular security system, not just in general use on everyday kinds of traps you could find or doorways or things like that. It's a little bit. It's a yeah. It's a particular helper for a particular thing, but where exactly that is, it's hard to know. But it'll be of good benefit to you once you got it.
What
it
if
has-
Lucy in her last life was like Ocean's 11 style, like casino robber, bank robber, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I probably thinking like, what was she doing that she had this?
Mhm.
So
Question. Yeah. They look at you and they're like, "Yeah, we don't know either what it's about. So, I've never found anything it works with. If you want to take it, you take it."
yeah, I will. And you didn't saw anything else when you found me?
Oh, I mean, you had a blaster and you had, a couple of tools. We took those, but they were nothing special, right? Like this was the only thing that was like really different. I just been holding on to it because it seemed cool, I mean, I could pick it up, and if I held it the right way, it would be this little face that popped up, and that'd be kind of cool. But I couldn't figure out what to do with it. Do you know how many doors in Absalom Station I have tapped this card against, trying to get in, thinking I would get in someplace? Nothing, not a damn thing.
Oh, I was want to try that. Okay, so I better not.
If you want a
Okay.
list of all the doors, I can give you a list of all the doors
Yeah,
that I
please.
tried it on, and then you don't have to try those doors, and you can try some different doors.
That's a
instead.
good idea. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I'll give you. Let me download that location list for you. Just
Narrow
bing, your
down.
communist.
Yeah.
Search for what you can rob.
So I pocket that, obviously.
And you pocket that. Yeah.
She's really
yeah,
happy
yeah.
and really curious.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a note to myself that I gotta make that as a custom item that goes into your pocket. I didn't know if you were gonna find it or not. So, yeah, custom item. All right, I will
So-
plug that in later. Back at the body.
Has our friend gotten himself together yet?
He has. He's holding his. Oh God, that hurts. Oh, jeez, freaking goblins. I hate them. He reaches like he's gonna go grab his laser pistol again.
Oh no! Immediately put a hand on his. Like, that's probably what got you into this situation.
Oh, you're not a
Sacco
goblin.
gets the other two hands.
Joke's on you. I got a fourth one. And he goes, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I stab him in that hand.
Oh, no.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
We noticed your state of being unconscious, and to be fair, I jumped to probably a similar conclusion that you made that got you in this mess, and I thought that perhaps you were being robbed. However, I was not so hasty that I wouldn't talk it out and figure out how we could sort out the truth of this mess. So, from what I understand, these goblins are dock workers, are transport folk of a company, and we are here at the request of Manny to sort out that her delivery and shipment gets back on time, or back on track, so to speak.
Oh shit, Manny sent you? Oh,
Yes.
am I gonna hear it? Oh, I'm gonna hear it now. All right, you signed for it already
I
with
did.
them? Oh shit, okay. All
Poor
right.
guy.
Oh, yeah, it's been a rough day. Couple days? Shit, what day is it? Oh, damn, I've been out a while. Okay,
How long has he been out?
a while, brother. It's been a while.
When you go so hard, you
Still,
know you just
still
crash eventually.
incredibly vague.
Don't worry about it. Look, all right, here, let's, I'll
Might have
call.
brain damage.
Scrambled.
Yeah. And it's probably been the better part of a day at this point. Probably happened at some point since the trouble started, maybe. But who knows when exactly he got up here to check in on the ship. He pulls out his comm unit and he beep boops on it for a sec. And it's a video call with Manny. And it's like, hello, Tego, hello. Where's my shipment? And he goes, oh yeah, these friends of yours came up, and yeah, well, I'm gonna have that to you in a little bit. I just wanted you to know, it's here, right, you all? And he points the screen at Beaumont, like, see?
And he just cheery, thumbs up, We've got it. I signed for it.
Yeah. So they signed it, and I'll bring it right there. And she's like, Tego, usually gets here a little faster. Did something happen? He's like, I don't. You're breaking up, Manny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Crinkle some tinfoil.
This is like, I don't. And she's like, Tego. And he's like, no, dude. And he turns it off. And he's
Going
just
through
like,
a bridge.
Yeah, going through a bridge. I'm gonna have to get back to that at some point. I'm in trouble. Oh, okay. Let me go get this, and I'll take it up to her. All right.
You
Okay,
gonna
you're-
be all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Look, you patched me up. You got a good doctor there.
Yes, I'm the
Hey.
best.
I got this thing with my neck.
No.
Too. No.
No,
Damn.
not that kind
Okay.
of doctor.
All right. Well,
Hey,
that was
you
worth a
never
shot.
know. He might have some cred sticks.
Yeah.
Beaumont snaps his neck. He
Yes,
dies.
Gosh. Oh.
And he moved.
Well, -1 to chiropractic.
He walks down the way. He is the goblins at this point have disarmed the mines that they placed there, and pulled them back into their shuttle. Tego's able to get the shipment. He takes it over to like a freight elevator thing that he can call with his remote that he's got to be able to haul stuff down to the main level. So thanks. I'll be good, and I'll tell Manny for you all. Just go check in on her in a bit, and she might have something for you. Okay. And he sends you on your way, and all the goblins are just like, "Hey guys, bye! Thanks for coming. You all are awesome. If you ever need anything shipped, call Spicy Sweet the Nuggets and the box."
And the box?
That's the
That's
name
our
of the
ship.
ship. Yeah.
Ship is called the
Oh, okay.
box.
I was like, are you adding on to the band name? Like
Oh no. So it's a box. It's like one of them. You get your
Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young.
and well, it just seems superfluous, but why not? Maybe it was really necessary at the time. No, the box is the ship. Anyway, see you guys later. Yeah, take care.
Stay
And,
safe.
Thank you. And so, without combat, narrowly avoided by Meets Beats on the intimidation deck.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Meets Beats.
Good
Yes,
job.
yeah.
Saving
We were
us.
so close.
I was so
Beaumont.
Suspicious of that situation, man.
Yeah.
Can't
I mean,
wait.
I was ready to roll on them fools.
Yeah, me too.
It was going to be great, but yeah, missile launcher wrote all the area attacks right against everybody. 3 different goblin mines that just blow up with a whole bunch of piercing damage against
that I
the
would have
basic reflex save. Yeah,
Immediately run into.
immediately. Yeah. You would have
One
been
more
quite
step.
quite the fun. Yeah, exactly. And I'm about to break. you get back down the ladder. Do you? So here's the question: where it's like been half an hour or so at this point. You got a little time. You could either go see Manny real quick and back to her place now that Tego has called her, or you could go check out the bank. What would you like to do?
Let's finish up the deal. Let's finish up the deal with Manny, I think.
Yeah, well, and he had said to check in on Manny. The Tego had.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
And we're
all right.
like, we're the ones bringing the stuff over to her, right?
Actually,
No,
Tego is the
Tego
one
is
doing the hauling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So the four of you make your way back down the ladder. Back
I need
up.
15 athletics checks, please.
Yes, please. Take you a little while. Oh, any
Freaks
natural
run.
ones, you drop 40 feet. Yeah.
Your head cracks open. No.
All right. You make your way back up to Manny, and you get to her. She's like, wonderful. All right. I guess Tego forwarded on the information about all the crates. He'll bring the up here. Really though, did anything happen to him up there?
Well, he learned the dangers of hastily racially profiling goblins.
He didn't. Oh, Tego. All right. You try.
Go easy on him. He probably suffered some brain damage for it, if I had to guess.
Oh, did you patch him up?
Yes.
Zako did, yes.
Very nicely done, Zako. I greatly appreciate it. All right.
I think he has a concussion.
Yeah, he was out for at least the better part of a day.
He was out anywhere from 1 to 8 days. We were unable to dial in the exact time that he was unconscious.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just saw him yesterday morning, so I think it probably wasn't that long. But yeah,
I don't think he knows that.
He fell into a time loop and was concussed and unconscious for the entirety of the time.
At any rate, thank you to all of you. Look, I'm closing up for the day, but good work deserves good payment. So here you are, and she hands each of you a cred stick, and then she kind of shoos you out and closes up the bodega for the afternoon. It's the only bodega in existence that closes at like 4:00 in the afternoon.
Well, she's got a nightlife, quite obviously.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, she's sold out of her dumplings, so like, what you gonna do after that?
Ooh.
Yeah, lag
Jason
central.
lag hard.
Jason lag.
Jason. Got
Mm-mm. Nope.
Son of a gun.
Velvet Thunder is
There you
miles
are.
away.
Here we are.
There you are.
He's back.
I shifted 2 inches. I swear to God, and the whole thing
Just goes to shit.
Manny's
Tape yourself.
busy. She, as a parting note, she does say, "Look, if you want to meet anybody else in the community, I know that later there's a tenement down the way. They've got a nice common space out there. Last night, they got a bunch of folks out, and they were doing this before the trouble too, but they usually just pool stuff together. They've got a grill, they've got a soup pot, they've got a bunch of stuff. Everybody kind of chips in and makes something happen. So
This is Lucy, but it's also Irene asking, what's a tenement?
tenement is a group of low-priced rent, low-care apartments.
Okay.
And so like a bunch of small units kind of all crammed together. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not always, they usually don't have a reputation for being super well maintained as a
Right.
place. Yeah. Yeah. So she kind of pings that on your map for you. Just I'll be there later myself probably.
Are you inviting us to a party?
Well, it is something of a community party, sort of. But it's
Also,
when it's a block
we're
party that
friends
happens every
now.
night. Yes, I would say we are friends. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
nice.
Lucy.
Oh, I have made so many friends
Yes.
lately.
Lucy, do you hug your friends?
Yeah.
Let's hug because we're friends. And so Manny's like 4 arms out. Huge. And just-
She gives some good hugs with those arms.
Wow. And Lucy's pretty a big girl, but this
Yes,
is
she
like
is.
she's
This is a
even
bigger
bigger
girl.
with 4 arms. Like
And
Wow.
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 And
That's a
Lucy
hug.
4 was born that day.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a great big hug. And then she sets you down. Says, okay, I have to go wait for Tego now. Hugs? Anyone else? Hugs?
Yes,
Everyone-
please.
Yes? Beaumont. Oof.
Yep.
Can I just get a scratch?
Of course, yes. Peep, 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 peep. All right. Yep. All right. And
Kind
Karna?
of like, don't touch me.
Fist bump?
Little side hug. I just put my arm between her two arms on one side, and we just
There it
kind of. Those were really good dumplings.
Bring it in.
Thanks.
Oh, you're so welcome. My great-grandfather's recipe, don't you know? I've been in the family for generations and love
Nice.
making them for
Good
everyone.
taste
All
of
right.
love.
We'll see you later then. And with that, she sends you off. And let's give it just a little extra time here. Do you want to try and swing past and see what you can learn about that bank branch
Yes.
for a minute?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That
All
would be
right.
the cherry on top of this very productive day.
It would indeed. That morning, you've been helping people with their wounds, teaching their kids, delivering their meals, saving their bodega from corporate unaligned chaos. Finding a delivery, nearly blasting some goblins, but not having to because words are cooler.
And
Um,
lifting a hunt.
Lifting a haunt, exactly. And so now you get the chance to go look at this this bank vault branch. It's a 2-story building. It's not enormous. It's maybe it's maybe like 60 feet by like 80 feet or something like that. Pathfinder map. Kinds of ways of being laid out. Yeah.
Banks probably would be smaller in the Starfinder universe because every money is down to like cred sticks,
Yeah.
which I imagine are like thumb drives,
Pretty much. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the vast majority of it is digital. You know,
Records, but they do have a vault here apparently with some precious goods inside that Knick-Knack is after. And so you can pull up on this place. You can see even right on the outside security cameras, right? Like it's a bank, right? Like they want to know who's coming and going from their place.
Lucy, tap your card.
Oh, you think it will work here? Maybe.
It might.
Yeah.
Oh man, when you want to, you tell me, Lucy, and we'll tap away.
Perhaps we should just be doing reconnaissance at this particular time. But I do really want to see if that card works here.
Yeah, me too.
We'll check it out, and then if we can find a way to not be observed, and just like we're not trying to do anything now, just like tap it just to see if you get the green light or the red light.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's do this. Anybody who wants to can roll a society check. Beaumont, I'll give you the option to roll your corporate lore check if you would like instead, to kind of like, what would you know about Abadar Corp bank branches just generally going into this, and what would somebody need to like puzzle out by studying it more closely and more carefully?
I don't think I'm necessarily an expert on the banking side of the corporate world with an 11.
Sure. 11 for Beaumont. Hannah.
I got
yeah.
Go ahead, Anna.
Got a 12.
12 for Hannah. Adam for Zako.
Yeah, 25.
25. Okay, nice.
Zako.
Lucy, any applicable knowledges you want to try?
No,
to roll
I
here?
don't have anything.
Okay.
Lucy doesn't need a knowledge. She has the card that's going to get us
Yeah.
into this bank.
That's true. Maybe that'll help. All right. So with that, let me see here. Karna and Beaumont and Lucy are like, it's a bank. It's got tellers, right? And it's got a vault in there somewhere and some other stuff. Zako, you look at this, and the first thing that strikes you is the lack of very visible security right at the entrance. Like, you think there should be at every Abadar Corp bank golden power armored guards standing here, ready to defend things. but they
Ready to
aren't
roll.
here. Ready to roll. They are ready to roll on whoever comes up with bad intent. They aren't here like normal, like all the other branches that you've seen on the station.
Yeah, I mentioned that. I said to the group, I was like, you may just see a building, but it's about what we don't see. Do you notice a lack of security of any type patrolling or guarding these entrances?
Well, Knickknack said that there will be less security, but is this really strange? Like,
Yes. Abadar Corp protects their money. It is what they do.
Does this mean that they have maybe more hidden security?
It's possible.
They've got guns and lasers that pop out like Gatling turrets.
Jason, let me ask you something because it's been a
Totally.
while. Is part of this, are we expected that we're going to have to break into the bank, or that we, like, is that part of the mission to find access into the bank?
Yeah, part of the mission is getting in there
Okay.
and getting to the vault, getting the stuff, and getting out. It's not just casing the place.
All right,
for
right, of
knick-knack
course,
to
yeah,
go do
yeah.
something.
But I
Yeah.
guess what I was asking is like we have to get through some sort of security door to get there, rather than like go in and try to like sweet talk tellers or something like that. Like there is a door to the vault, right?
There is a vault somewhere in the building that you will have to get into and through. Yeah.
All right,
Now-
let me get to what I'm trying to get at here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're on the same wavelength.
Well,
but,
I don't know.
yeah.
We'll see. If we are,
We'll see.
awesome. But
Yeah.
I'm afraid that I'm throwing you a curveball here. But
Fine.
so on what looks to be like the employee entrance to this bank, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
the secure entrance. And then you said there's no security guards around, right?
So you can easily see the main front door that everybody comes and goes from.
No, I'm not
right?
worried about that door.
So there's that door. Then there is another. Is there another door that is here? That's the employee entrance to.
Yeah,
this
like what's
building?
like the security door, like where they might like load up the armored trucks and stuff like that, you know? They're
You
not like
don't-
taking stuff out through the front door.
Yeah. Well, you think about that for a second and imagine to yourself a pair of power armored guards standing there. You might feel pretty confident about coming and going from the front door with stuff that's going to the vault, which is another way of saying that if you walk all the way around this building, the cartographers at Paizo have not put an employee entrance door on the map that I have of this building.
So normally Abadar Corp is so, standing on business with their giant armored mech assassin guards that they do take everything in and out of the front doors
In and out
because
of the
they're
front
like,
door.
we dare you, you know.
So like anybody can walk through this front door. There's no like security card, security clearance needed. You can just walk through the front door.
If you were to walk through the front door, you would find yourself in a lobby, probably, with a teller there. There would be a door to go probably further somewhere into the bank, into the offices, and maybe beyond that employee entrance or employee section of the building, there would be the vault somewhere, you would suspect, having been in other Abadar Corp bank branches in the past.
So encasing the bank, what we can take away is that for some reason the normal guards are not here.
Yes.
Our only way in and out of the bank is through the front door of the bank, which means we'll have to go into the lobby, past the teller desk, and to presumed vault behind that. Is that correct?
Somewhere beyond that. Yep.
Okay, well, never mind about my idea then.
Well, I'm real curious though. Yeah.
Well, if there was like a secure door
Sure.
that it isn't the like customer pass through, I was going to ask if I could read psychometric resonance on the door, specifically looking for confidence as an emotion to try to pinpoint somebody who might have a key card, so we could go track them down and take their key card.
I love it. All right. Let's keep a pin in that idea
And you're gonna call Jenny and you're gonna be like, "Can I put a door in the back of his bag?"
Yeah. Let me ask. Do you want to try that on the front door of the building, the main
I mean,
entrance?
I will, but I have a hard time seeing how I'm going to pinpoint somebody that has a key card that way, because there's, what I was looking for, because I can only read emotional resonance, right? So I was looking for, because there could be a lot of reasons that somebody confidently walks through that front door.
Sure.
That's not a secure person. So I don't think it would really work just because of how many people go through the door and touch it and use it. And
Totally.
What about the inside door that would be accessing like the back?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
if
it might
you were
draw
to
some
go in the
attention if I just like
lobby.
walked in and like
Yeah,
try
you
to
could pretend to be dizzy and be like, oh, and
fall
your hand
on
on the
it.
door.
Yeah. Oh, I tripped. Fell on the door.
Fall,
I'm so sorry.
fall
to
down, throwing
ask
up.
about opening a savings account or a Roth IRA or something with them. See what
Yeah.
kind of services they have.
Totally. Let me see what I can pull up here, and this might assist at least a little bit with what's happening. I'm gonna let's see, go there, and then I gotta navigate my menus. All right, I am gonna show you what the lobby looks like, because you would be able, the walls as they're set up on this map aren't super useful for like standing outside of the building and looking in. So I'm going to put you as though you're inside the lobby. Even
And
though
presumably we can come and go into the lobby with no issue. Yeah.
Yep, no issue. You totally could. Let's see here. I want to activate, and I need to pull Lucy in. So here we go. Come on, computer. There we go. All right. So looking through the front door, you can see that right inside there is the triangle, the golden triangle and key of Abadar Corp is emblazoned on the floor. And would like in this quick scouting thing, like would all of you go in, or just one of you kind of saunter in, look around, and walk back out real quick?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I feel like it would be a little suspicious, like all four of us going in.
We're all going in on a business loan together.
Yeah, like I'm not interested in starting a
Zocco needs
conversation with
co-signers
anybody
'cause
right
he
now.
doesn't have good credit.
Yeah.
No.
Exchange some currency or make a deposit or something like
Yeah,
that.
I think having any conversation at all is risky.
Yeah.
For being remembered later.
I feel like
Ooh.
Zocco on a hunch is going in and we're just kind of hanging,
Sure.
not suspiciously outside the building, but like, around.
Yeah.
So he just kind of pokes in, tries to stay low profile, and just like looks around. What I see here is a main desk. It looks like two queue lines that go up to two separate teller stations.
Yep.
There's clearly cameras in all four corners of this room, plus one in the middle right next to a door. Now, is that clearly a vault door, or is that just like a...
That door has a plaque that says employees only on it. Yep.
Okay. Does it have a key card swipe of some sort?
It does not. Somewhat surprisingly, but no, it does not.
It's an ocular scan, god dang it.
No, it's not an ocular scan either. there doesn't appear to be any reason.
No locks,
It's
nothing.
actually a DNA scan.
There's a camera pointed right at it, though.
It's like,
Ooh,
it's like
really?
here's a cup. We're going to need a sample before you can go through here.
Oh, sir, not this kind of sample. I'm sorry. It's something else. No.
It's a stool sample.
We have a privacy screen right over here in this corner. There is a camera pointed directly in it, though, just so you know.
Oh man, we're after
we
dark
care.
now. I can tell.
Okay,
yeah.
well,
No.
Jason, I appreciate you trying to
Devolving.
make room for this idea, but I'm not tracking how it's going to be functional. At this
I hear
point.
you. Let's
You know?
say this. It is not an unbusy place. Like, despite the lockdown that's kind of happening in the station, I mean, people still got to do their business with the bank. And this branches like this on a station that doesn't really functionally have a day-night cycle. I mean, it kind of does, but like a place like Avadar Corp, they can be staffed well enough that they can keep people on duty almost 24/7 most places. Now you can see there's this younger human guy behind the desk. that's back there, and I'll pull up art for everybody for him. He is looking somewhat
Sad.
harried. Yes, he is not pleased.
We'll call him
to be
Sad Todd for now.
Yeah, sad
Okay.
Todd.
Yeah. Well, you can read. Actually, you can read his name tag eventually. His name is
Gavin.
Gavin.
Yeah, I like Gavon
G-A-V-A-N.
better.
Gavon.
Gavon,
Gavon.
You know it's Gavin. It's just Space Gavin.
It's Gavin. It's Gavin Bluesome.
Gavin Bluesome. Exactly. He
He's
yeah.
blue. Dabba
yeah,
dee,
he's-
dabba die.
He's got those rectangular glasses. He's got reddish hair. He's got a green vest. It's on it, and under over a white shirt. He is sad looking. Like he just looks tired. Like he's been working too long. There are enough people here that he has to deal with that you can pretty easily just like stand at the back of the queue as though you're waiting for a turn for like 10 or 20 minutes even, and then just be like hoof and walk out. You know, like,
Yeah.
like it's taking too long. And it doesn't even take like a particular perception check, but even with all of these security cameras panning back and forth, you watch them, you do a little bit of a timing in your head of them, and you think you figured out the pattern such a way that they do actually, probably totally unintentionally, they leave a little bit of a blind spot at a certain point, wherein a person could, if the teller was distracted enough, or something, you could theoretically try to slip through the employees only door at that point.
Okay, so here's the question.
Yeah.
We got Zocco in here by himself. A cat.
Yep.
Figures this out.
Yep.
Can Zocco resist the urge to press further in while he's already in here? I think I'm going to roll a die to determine
Gosh, you gonna determine this? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Odds.
Seriously?
Odds he's going to keep trying, because like he can squeak by, you know, and so odds he's going to try, evens he's going to come back out.
Okay.
Here we go.
Let's see what it is.
It's odds.
It's odds. All right.
So I'm going to time that camera thing so I don't get seen on the camera, and I'm going to just wait for an opportune time to just like slip, like crack the door open a little bit, you know?
Okay. Okay. You wanna kind of like wander around the lobby, happen to plant yourself by the door, and maybe pop it.
I want to like
a little
pick
bit.
up like one of their investment pamphlets and start like act like I'm like reading about opening an account, you know?
Okay. Totally. All right. When you bump that door, could you attempt a stealth check for me?
You didn't say I'd have to do that.
Oh, I'm telling you now. That's how
You
it
made
goes.
this bed.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna
Timing it.
re-roll that natural one with a hero point for
And not
sure.
look at the chat. Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. All right, we're gonna take that 8 to an 18.
Okay. You bump the door with the 18 at the moment when Gavon is like particularly tied up with this little old Isoki lady who was just like, I just need my credits. Credits. And he's like, ma'am, please, it's been a very long day. Can I understand what you need? And he just like kind of closes his eyes and rubs his temple, and you bump that door open. And as you do, you take a quick peek inside. I'll just open this up. Adam, can you describe kind of for the party what you're seeing?
I mean, it looks like a kind of empty carpeted room with what is that, like a snack machine on the left?
Yeah.
Like a vending machine. Can I just pop in real quick just to get that is the whole room. Okay. Yeah, and then there's like another door directly across from the door that I just opened. So it looks like some sort of break room, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure what this thing on the left is here.
Yeah. That looks like a little bit like I think it's like either a storage locker or like just kind of a display maybe of some type on that as well.
But there's another door.
There is another door directly across from this door.
Or straight north from where he is currently standing. And then you would also be able to tell, and you can't see it from where you're currently standing, there's a hallway that leads east. as well, deeper into the building. So off to.
Can I roll a
Zucco's-
perception
Zucco's
check
right.
to see if I hear anybody in this area?
Yeah, you can attempt a quick perception check for us. Yeah.
That's a 9. So yeah.
Okay.
I think this is the extent to which he wants to push it.
Mhm.
Can you tell me about the door that's across the way, though? Do I see any plaque on that? Any indicator of what that is?
Sure. You look across it over there, and it says Office A.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, man. All right. I'm not gonna take my chances anymore. So he very quietly closes the door.
Yep.
And he just kind of slips out at this point, you know?
Yep. Yeah. You got your pamphlet in hand. Go
Yeah.
back to the party.
It's like, I don't have any money to invest anyway. Puts the pamphlet down on the back on the table and joins his crew back outside.
Yeah. All right.
And he relays everything that he just got there.
The party. Everybody pulling their hair out at Zacco at this point, or is it?
Well, it's just like
You
that
did
was-
what?
that was very risky. I'm glad you're stealthy Catman.
As far as
However-
I can tell, there is only one very harried teller employed in this bank. I don't know what's going on here. I was able to avoid being spotted on cameras, but I feel like this poor man is the only one working here.
I think that's what Knick-Knack said, right? Like,
Well,
because
that's
of all the situation, there was going to be a lot less.
Yes, but just one?
well. That I
Yeah.
mean, presumably that is the reason that this bank is the target. Is he's found an opportunity.
So what are you worried about then?
What I'm.
Whoa. Okay.
Why are you hostile? You just okay. I'm glad that you learned some extra information. I do worry, however, that all we've really learned is that there's a further office beyond it, and so if we come back and we have to, if we all want to go in, we all have to time getting past the cameras and then getting into that office, and my concern is on the way back. Presumably we have to come back into the main lobby, come out back through the main door without the benefit of being able to see the cameras for how to time for their blind spot.
I think that I have those cameras down pretty good. Let's just go back the way that we came in. It's no problem. This is what my God has told me.
I mean, but like if we're coming back and the door is closed, like coming back from the break room or rec room or whatever, we can't, like, as soon as we open the door, the camera might be on because we can't know.
But the door is like directly. Like, there's not a camera looking at the door.
But
You
also,
know.
we were going to steal not money, right? Like things. Like
There's
we have to come out with all
with
the things.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then
Have we
that's not
checked
going to
to see if
matter one
there's
way or
vents?
another. You know. No, I mean we haven't checked beyond what we've
I
looked
know,
at.
I
You know, like.
Yeah, so I think that there should be another way out.
Apparently,
gotta
there's
be.
not any other way in or out of this building.
I mean, one of us can be posted up outside as like a lookout. We've got our comm units that we can use to communicate, right?
I
Possibility.
don't know. I mean, I'm inclined, and you know, maybe it's just been a long day and I'm quite tired, but I'm inclined to just tell Knick-Knack, maybe don't rob banks. Like, what? I know money is nice and all, but getting arrested is infinitely worse than.
But it's the things that belong to the people here, right? That he wants to.
Well,
You
I don't
know,
know if
it's
they
a Avatar.
actually belong to them, but he does
Bo-
want to redistribute it
Yeah.
to them. Yes.
Bo, you do have a way with words. Have you know, maybe you could talk to the teller. You know,
And
Zacco said
convince
he
him
kind.
to
Well, Zacco
let
said he
us rob the
seems
bank.
kind of like he was having a rough time. Like maybe maybe he's a fan of the people. You know, who knows?
I don't
Maybe.
think
Well,
could-
actually, well, let's be fair and consider all pathways, all avenues. Perhaps we could scout out, get an idea of Sad Todd or Gavin or whatever, his routines, and perhaps I could set up a chance meeting and befriend the man, and maybe we could have an in that way. If there is, an animosity that he has towards this seemingly soulless job that he's overworked doing, maybe we could befriend him and ally with him to get a better in. I don't know. This all sounds
I mean, that sounds like a
absolutely
long
crazy to me. Yeah, it is a long con, but long cons are often more safe. But I don't know how I feel about the utter risk of robbing banks.
And do you think
Well, it's a
stealth
little
is
late
so-
to be worried now. We've already agreed to do this. Where was this
Someone wasn't
concern
so ready
when
to
they
make
first
everyone
suggested it?
Happy.
Yes, now you've got us on the hook to do this job.
Look, psychology student, I don't need your shit right now.
As the discussion continues, the party makes their way and hears enticing beats coming from the yard right outside that tenement building as the party appears to be about to be getting started. A lot of folks from the community are gathering there. The music is great. The spirits appear to be high, even though the finances might not be as upscale as other parts.
Are the Red Hot
station.
Chili Nuggets playing?
Spicy Sweet and the Nuggets are not there. They are back taking care of stuff on their ship, unfortunately. But you do see quite a few folks, including a couple of folks you're pretty sure, Zako, you saw conduct business there at the bank and then depart. It's possible that at this party you might be able to learn a few things about folks who work there or about the bank itself before you try to do something inside. And that, my friends, that party is where we're going to pick up when
Okay,
we gather
cool.
Nice.
next
Yeah,
time.
give me a party to schmooze in to try to get a better feel for all this, and
Yeah.
I'll be much
Absolutely.
happier.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you all, dear viewers, for joining us this evening. Thank you all, dear listeners, for tuning in when this hits your podcast feed. We hope that you have a wonderful time, a wonderful July, now that we find ourselves in it. Please go out there and take care of each other because we're all in this together. All right.
Indeed.
Tempting as it might be, don't rob banks. Like in the
Please.
year
You will
2025,
never be
you're
able to
never
time the
gonna
cameras.
you're never gonna redistribute the wealth. You're just gonna get caught and then get beat down by the capitalist corporate.
Just go
overlords.
vote.
What a bummer to end this episode on.
You
Dude.
know what?
Well, if you were considering robbing a bank, I'm just really trying to save you a life in prison. You know?
The STF
lot of
network
suffering.
does not condone real life bank robbery. If you must
Yeah.
do
Correct.
it,
I mean,
Do it
this
in
is as a
Starfinder.
man who's
Yeah.
played a bank robber, like in
that's
the
true.
STF network. You know?
it's true. It's true. It's true. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, dear players. You're so wonderful to see. And so, with that, let's say we'll
see.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.
Night. Your rig, good night.
Recording stopped.